so in that case, alright. Hajime Tenchi, sorry for being a bit late. I was, for various reasons, I've switched over from OBS to Streamlabs. Just for the sake of future expansion, I suppose. But, hello, how are you doing? Hajime Tenchi. It's good to be back, how are you doing? It's been what, almost a month? But yeah, I'm just condensing some resin real quick, just to get out of the way. Thank you, yeah. Like I said, I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad that you're here. Okay, so in that case, it's just a matter, hello, how are you doing? Again, sorry for being a little late, but switched over to Streamlabs, and it took a bit to get things off the ground. It works a little differently from OBS, just different enough that it made things hard. If you played this past Abyss at all, you probably know that it was god-awful. To the point that in almost a year... Oh, wow, okay. I'll try to make this quick then. That this was the first Spiral Abyss in almost a year that I didn't 36 star. Got 35, but at the same time, I did not get 36, and as a result, I was more than a little ashamed of myself, you know. Definitely a bit of a mountain out of a molehill, especially considering that they're, you know, it's a decent accomplishment to even... Oh! Interesting. What do you mean you don't use both of your eyes? That said, a monocle could look really cool. So... Did you compare both of them? Did you see pictures of yourself with both glasses and a monocle and see which one you liked better, or... I don't think you have. You mentioned the motorcycle accident, and... But... Also, is the sound alright? I think that, as of now, due to the way I have the microphone set up, you should be able to hear me better, even though I have the volume decently high. Oh! Wow, I... didn't know that. That's wild. Okay, good. Just checking. In that case, I'll just hop on in. There we go. Go for this. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Since I'm finally back home, I've decided that I'd like to play around a little with stream times. Especially since that now that I'm not just in a dorm room entirely by myself. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Now that I live with other people. Yeah, exactly. Now that... Thank you, it's good to see you. How are you doing? But like I was saying... Okay, good. Like I was saying before, now that there are other people in the house with me, I can't afford to stay up until, what, 5 a.m. my time. I need to stream earlier my time to make sure that I'm not getting in the other people's way. I'm doing alright. I had some very bad digestive issues, got very sick when I was in Europe, and I still haven't entirely recovered. So I've still been dealing with kind of the fallout. It's complicated. Oh, just my sister, my mother, my father, and a dog and a cat and some chickens out back. A couple of ducks too, I believe. I ate a lot of pasta in Italy. It was very, very, very good. The first night we had a sort of welcome dinner at a little restaurant, and I had some very, very good rigatoni. Okay, I'm gonna pull up my travel diary then. I kept a loose little travel diary, so all in all, I actually went to 5 countries. I went to, okay, let me plug in my charging block, actually, because my phone is almost dead and there aren't a lot of outlets by the computer. So I'm gonna, also if you saw on the schedule, I'm gonna be playing Zelda soon, because I actually picked up a capture card for myself, which is quite nice. So I'm gonna open up my travel diary right now. So right now we've got, okay. So essentially on Monday, Monday of May the 22nd, we went over to the airport, which was the Chicago airport, because it was the biggest airport, the closest airport with international capabilities. Okay, let's see. Oh wow, I didn't expect that to do damage, but I guess that makes sense. Okay. After this chamber, I'm just gonna read off a day. Every chamber, once I get done, I'm gonna read off a day or two of tour. That's alright. I want to keep up a good rhythm. Yeah, it's... Honest to goodness, given the fact that I ended up going to the hospital and coming back from the hospital to the hotel at 3 a.m., it did feel like a bit of an adventure. It's complicated. Okay. So between every half, I guess, at least for the first few. But yeah, it was Monday, May 22nd. So we go over to Chicago O'Hare Airport, and well, a couple of nights I was out very late. Once because I tried to go clubbing, which didn't even work because I forgot my ID because I left my wallet behind so it wouldn't get stolen. And the second time I was late out at night, it was because I was going to the hospital. So all in all, it was complicated. But so I buy some Chicago corn, which if you're not familiar is basically caramel corn mixed with cheddar cheese corn, which was decent enough. And I also got some food from basically a sort of fake Panda Express. And yeah, Panda Express is already fake Chinese food. So this was fake Chinese food. And I got a little sick early on, and it was probably because of, well, I don't know. Not everyone... There are more people not from America in this chat than people from America. I can't afford to assume everyone knows what Chicago corn is. But, so, I go over on a plane ride, and as a joke, I was having a conversation with the other choir guys about sort of the joke where you mess up and you're sleep deprived and you call. I did not try... I've had Chicago deep dish pizza in the past. It was over... Yeah, it was really... I have never had a Chicago dog before because I am not a hot dog person. My body does not respond well to hot dogs because they're just so processed. But we were having a discussion about the joke where you're tired or sick or not paying attention and you call your teacher mom. So, as a joke they were saying, okay, what if you call the flight attendant mom? And I said, okay, so this was a 9-hour flight from Chicago to Rome. So I said, okay, we're gonna sleep for most of the flight. So after I wake up and I'm sleep deprived and I have an excuse, when the flight attendant comes by to give us breakfast, I'll call the flight attendant mom. So as a joke, I did, and she didn't even respond. She didn't even react. Okay. I knew you were gonna turn that conversation in that direction. I saw it coming. I thought it'd be funny, so I said it anyway. And instant regret. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't even think she was tall. I couldn't tell because I was sitting down and she was standing up, but I'm pretty sure she wasn't even taller than me, so. I only did it as a joke. Oh my goodness. You're making my life difficult again. But yeah. So on the plane ride, we ended up people started talking about Scientology, and I ended up talking about how the god of Scientology is actually an alien military leader who came to Earth to drop nuclear bombs into volcanoes. Okay, I do make my own life difficult, and I do like it because it's funny. And you think it's funny too. So tell me I'm wrong. Just try and tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me that I'm making bad decisions here. I don't even think you think I'm making bad decisions. Okay. But either way, we had that awkward conversation, and everyone else in the choir told me to shut up because we were in public. Yeah, okay, that's a bit much. That is a bit much. And then one of my friends talked about his brother because I was talking about how it was sort of an alien UFO cult, but there were other UFO cults which were a bit more specifically about aliens. And then he told me, one of the other guys in the choir, who I actually ended up being who was my roommate for tour when we were in the hotels, but essentially, he talked about his brother, who was sort of a club fiend, who was a UFO cultist, and at one point he went to a club and went on the ground on all fours and acted like a dog. Yeah, well, okay, that's a bit more complicated. We'll get to that in due time. But I said some other stuff, which I won't repeat, but... So the plane, they give us a single earbud, a one-ear earbud. A UFO cult is a sort of pseudo-religion, which basically thinks that aliens are gods, and they'll come to Earth on UFOs to basically save humanity. It's weird. They also give us pillows, blankets, and a few snacks. We got the classic airplane pretzels, and then our dinner was crackers, some chicken with mushroom, and then this quote-unquote cheese spread, which was Gruyere flavored. It wasn't even actual Gruyere. It was Gruyere flavored. Yeah, it was really weird. But it was cheddar plus a Limburger to make it taste kind of like Gruyere. When we were in Switzerland, I had actual Gruyere, which was really good, but I was already sick by then, so I couldn't really enjoy it. Some butter, which was pretty good to go in some bread, and this caramel brownie, which was not good and probably contributed to me being sick. And then we went to sleep and we woke up and actually got breakfast. So we got some Chobani brand yogurt, which was actually pretty good. This grainless coconut granola, which was also actually quite good. And this fig bar, which was okay. Yeah, well, it wasn't Swiss cheese, which is technically Emmental, which actually doesn't normally have the holes in it anymore. Because Swiss cheese or Emmentaler, it has holes in it because of the original cheese making process, but they quote-unquote improve the process with modern technology, so now they have to put the bubbles in artificially because they were carbon dioxide bubbles, which aren't produced by the cheese making process anymore. But as part of a joke, I ended up drinking Bloody Mary mix on the plane because for our spring tour we flew down to Florida and drove back to college before, which I may have told you about, but essentially on the plane ride they had a bunch of drink options and one of them was Bloody Mary mix under the intention that if you were old enough, you'd buy vodka and actually make yourself a Bloody Mary. What? What jokes? No, I wasn't even drinking a Bloody Mary. I was drinking the Bloody Mary mix. What group jokes? What group jokes? But I was drinking this Bloody Mary mix, which was basically canned spicy tomato soup. Okay, all I'm saying is that their sense of humor is a little bit different than yours. It's a matter of knowing my audience. But I wasn't even drinking Bloody Marys. I was drinking Bloody Mary mix. No vodka, just straight Bloody Mary mix. And it was actually quite good. It was pretty nourishing because it's basically Campbell's tomato soup with some more spices, so. And some celery in it too. I actually like that stuff. I had one on the plane ride over, and on the plane ride back, I actually had two. I thought about getting a third, but I figured it would probably make me sick. So I didn't do that. But, yeah, okay, fair. What can I say? I get bullied by my chat. But, as I was saying, so we get over, and it's Tuesday in Rome, May 23rd. And so I go over and I have to buy a SIM card in the airport to get cell service. And it's really, really, really funny. Because I actually ordered a SIM card while we were still in the States. But it didn't show up because it got sent to the college and the campus mail service totally shut down during the sort of senior pre-graduation week. And the funniest thing about it is that halfway through tour, my parents text me and they say, "Oh, we got your SIM card." The mail service reactivated after graduation was over, because some people stay on campus for research or summer jobs and stuff. And they sent the SIM card to my parents' house, where it was worse than useless. Yeah, it was really, really bad luck. Yeah, well, I was gonna pick it up on campus. It was gonna be sent to my dorm room. It's just that I had no idea that the mail service just went out of service during graduation week, which was really stupid because a decent amount of people were still there. Also, my parents sent one last care package to tide me over, and that also didn't show up and ended up getting sent back to the house. But I put in my contacts in the airport bathroom, which was not notable in any real way. But then the junior, now rising senior, who got elected... Yeah, no, seriously. Da-da-da-da. Okay, I can't do that. But the Glee Club president, president-elect, his baggage got lost in transport. Yeah, no, seriously. It got lost in transport, which is going to be relevant later. He actually ended up getting his clothes, but So we go over and we get into Rome, and it's very, very pretty. It's probably one of the prettiest places I've ever seen. So we cross over the Tiber, and we see the Dome of the Vatican over the walls. We drive around sort of right outside, and we stop right by the Piazza Navona with some fountains, you know, lots of naked statues. And so we go, yeah, well, bad luck. Not just mine, but other people's too. It's very funny. At least I got my luggage, but to be fair, I started getting sick, So I went to this point. Yeah, it was really, really cool. I didn't even know that it was... If you don't know, the Colosseum isn't actually a perfect circle. It's a slight ellipse. It's a slight ellipse shape, because apparently we were told by our tour guide that it was a little squished so that... Oh my goodness. Well, do you actually not know, or do you know? Okay. But essentially, one of the narrower ends was the place where the Emperor would sit, because it would allow him to see more of it at once than if it were a perfect circle. It gave him the better view. Okay. There we go. I would hope the Italian would know. But as I was saying, it was really cool. So I went to this place called Ercole, which was between the Piazza Navona and the Campo dei Fiori. And I got some... Okay, that makes sense. Oh! I didn't know you were a big history person. That's cool. But either way, I got a bunch of prosciutto for relatively cheap, because it's not imported. And just ate it over that morning, and it was really, really good. I shared some with the other guys in the choir. And I got some truffle pecorino romano, which they said was wrapped up well enough to store for the tour and then bring back home. But it'll be relevant later why that didn't matter. So I went to a Carrefour supermarket with another guy in the choir who is a really good singer and actually wants to go back to Italy to do opera. Yeah, the prosciutto was really good. I had some bresaola and some good salami, but the prosciutto was definitely the best. And so I got some sunscreen because I needed it. Yeah, I had some mortadella. You know, I had only had American bologna before then, as in not Bologna, bologna. And I was sort of, okay, when we went to Bologna, I was sort of, okay, the mortadella, I'm not interested, bologna sucks. But then I went to a little sort of small restaurant by the hotel and had this really, really, really good mortadella sandwich. And I instantly regretted not having the mortadella before, but it's not as if anything I could get in America would be anywhere near as good. So it's just sort of, okay. I'm glad I had some good mortadella in Italy, but that's probably going to be the first and last time. But the funny thing about it is that as we were passing by a museum, some of the streets were closed off by police because there was a crime scene and investigation, which I assume would have been someone trying to rob the museum. But as we came back from the supermarket, the police had moved around and blocked off the different streets, so we're sort of moving around, and in English they were saying, keep moving, investigation. Yeah! Passed right by a crime scene. I am not joking. But, so I heard him talk about his interest in opera, his little performances, his little opera summer camps. Yeah, we went back to the Campo dei Fiori and didn't really do any shopping there. But yeah, exactly. But it wasn't like there was any blood or a lot of tape or anything. It was just some Italian police dudes walking around in their uniforms. But, so I drank from some of the Roman fountains, which was really nice. The water quality was very good, and it was a lot better than later in the tour where my only real source of water was hotel sinks, which was not great. And I ended up guessing that Nero was the emperor who fought in the Colosseum, which was not true. It was Commodus, and I was humiliated. We went through the Colosseum, which actually had some bathrooms put in trailers, which was kind of nice. If they can do that, maybe they can start doing actual sports in there again. Yeah. But we also went over to a bit of the Roman Forum. To be fair, not a lot of it is actually really quote-unquote open and walking. But I did get something important right, because they asked us about sort of, okay, when you hear the word basilica, what do you think? And most people said, oh, Catholic Church, big Catholic Church. But I said, no, it's a Roman meeting place. Because basilicas were originally not even religious buildings at all. They were sort of kind of public halls for events and meetings. Yeah, exactly. They could do more naval battles. I'd want to see that. But Because when Christianity really hit Rome, they couldn't use this sort of temple format because it was just too small. Because Roman temples weren't really places for people to gather. There was a big statue and just enough room for 1 or 2 or 3 priests. So it wasn't really the place for a public religious service. So I got that right, and then we went over by the Arch of Constantine. Another interesting thing is that they, besides the fountains, they had these little other sort of more modern water things that didn't only dispense just normal water, they actually dispensed free sparkling water, which was crazy. It was really cool. So we got to the hotel. Yeah, exactly. It was very interesting historically how that happened and how different it was from prior religions. But the hotel Wi-Fi was kind of scuffed. We went over to the restaurant. We had a course of bread, a bit of a charcuterie tray with some more prosciutto, some bresaola, salami, a bit of wine, which was... The table wine was weirdly strong. I only had 1 glass. The other guys, because they are straight-up alcoholics, tried to make me drink more, and I did not, which was a very, very good idea, and I'll tell you why later. Then some mushroom salad, some mozzarella, and then this really good guanciale rigatoni. Guanciale is cheek bacon, so it's really, really, really fatty. And it was the best rigatoni, the best pasta I've ever had. And I actually got kind of a double portion because one of the other guys at the table didn't actually eat his. Yeah, I felt really lucky. It was amazing. Then we had an actual salad, some veal marsala, which was alright. Frankly, the pasta was better. I honestly preferred pasta most of the quote-unquote real courses. And then I had some lemon gelato for dessert. And it was all comped. It was paid for by the club, which was really, really nice. It's why we do all our fundraisers and paid performances. It's to pay for stuff like this. Then we did a bit of singing for the other people at the restaurant, and then... Yeah. Well, it's about being a tourist. I don't know that much about Italy. I don't live there. I mean, I might like to, honestly, because besides the summers, it was... that's the other thing, is that I think a lot of the reason I had kind of a bad time is because I'm not good with heat. Especially just if I get dehydrated. And there weren't a lot of good places to get water. And unlike in America, you can't really get free water at restaurants. And water costs almost as much as soda. And, it's kind of funny because if you're European, you're used to it, but sort of Europe is kind of the land of no free water forever for me now. It is what it is. There are a lot of things about it that I frankly prefer to America. But the other guys, yeah, it really is. It was really, really cool. And frankly, if I go in a different season where I'm not going to get sick, I would really like to go back eventually. But no summer travel. No summer travel for me anymore. That's not doable. I just dehydrate and die again. But the other guys got way too drunk. It was messy, and I'll tell you why later. And when I got back to the hotel, I fell asleep by accident, but I woke up in the middle of the night, and actually, I rolled Yoimiya at really, really low pity. I won the 50-50, and yeah, the main reason I got her is actually because of the current boss rush event, because all those bosses are really, really good for Yoimiya to fight. And so I actually built her. I'll show you soon, actually. I built, yeah. Well, I wasn't sick yet. It was the first night of tour. I didn't get sick until about a week and a half in. But yeah, I rolled the Yoimiya on the first night of tour, which was quite nice. And I got her to 90 and got Yunjin to 90, and I'm leveling their artifacts right now, but their skills are all at 999 right now. And they are very, very fun to use. Their damage is a good deal less than my Hu Tao team, but to be fair, my Hu Tao team is not only... Hu Tao is just better in general, but also my Hu Tao is C1, so... what can I really expect? But yeah, it's good stuff. Okay. So yeah, on to the next day in a minute. Just gonna do this other chain. But yeah. I didn't get Yoimiya while I was sick, but I did get Yoimiya on tour because, no Genshinner would ever miss out on their dailies. Yeah. That said, I do appreciate the fact that all I really have to do to play Yoimiya is just tap a few buttons and not have to deal with dash canceling. Though to be fair, it's not that bad. But so, on May 24th, which was Wednesday, we had our tour of the city. But 2 of the guys in the club were gone at the start of the day. They were not at roll call at the hotel. And they were the 2 guys that got the drunkest, and the 2 guys who stayed at the restaurant because everyone else was too drunk to be responsible for them, but not as drunk. No, not... Well, it's complicated. It's complicated. Because one of the guys was actually the president-elect whose luggage was actually lost in transport. But, well, they showed up. They showed up. But essentially, they got too drunk. They wandered off. They actually split up while drunk. One of them lost his phone. Well, they came back, but they disappeared for a night. So one of them ended up at another hotel, and he actually randomly encountered the club by dumb luck after taking a bus in a random direction. He caught us while we were walking around the city. He just got really, really lucky. And the other guy, just... He was really unlucky because he passed out after going... Well, the president actually passed out, woke up in a hospital, doesn't know how he got there, waited for a doctor, but got impatient, tore out his own IV, and then walked out and got on the bus. Yeah, it was crazy. We were basically left to our own devices aside from when we had to perform. It was crazy. But essentially what happened was he woke up, ripped out his IV, got on a bus, and randomly re-encountered the other guys in the club. It was yeah! He doesn't even know what happened. He blacked out. He got too drunk. But then the other guy actually just walked around between police stations until he could find one where people spoke English and he could call the director, this old guy, and he was so tired that when he stood up from the bench, he rolled his ankle. He sprained his ankle. Yeah, it was crazy. It was a really, really bad portent. But he woke up. Well, he didn't wake up, but he called from the police station. So the director engaged, and everyone else engaged in some irresponsible speculation. And they thought, oh, he probably got arrested for peeing in a fountain. Which, to my knowledge, is not what actually happened. But people kept making irresponsible jokes that were not even that funny. But essentially what ended up happening was he came back. The guy who lost... He was the one who lost his phone. He ended up buying a new phone. But it all more or less worked out. But yeah, it was crazy. It was frankly crazy. But, so we went around and saw a bunch of fountains, including Trevi, which is the one with Poseidon. Went to the Spanish Steps. I had some, hopefully, real carbonara. I'll actually, hopefully, be sharing a photo album soon. And you can tell me whether or not it's real carbonara. It was just guanciale, egg, cheese, and spaghetti. So whatever you said it was that fake carbonara has added, I'm pretty sure it was... Yeah, it was crazy. And then I talked with another guy in the club about Genshin and why I think it's honestly better than Zelda. But, well, Breath of the Wild at least. But that is neither here nor there. And then he said maybe he should play it, and I said no, don't play it. Genshin is the best game that I cannot ethically recommend to anybody. But then I had some really, really, really good gelato. 4 scoops. I had 4 scoops of really good gelato, which probably may have made me sick that day. But it was champagne, pistachio, really, really good pistachio flavor, sour cherry, and this very, very dark chocolate. It was fondant chocolate, I believe. And then I got sick in the bathroom again, probably from what I ate. And I ended up missing the drive after... Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was really, really good. And frankly, it was probably kind of worth it. But, you know, that kind of fan wars are not needed, frankly. You know, Genshin does a very... Yeah, I missed the bus ride. And the worst part is that I missed it only by a little bit at first. So they said, okay, run through the streets of Rome and catch the bus. And I ended up barely missing it. At the very least, I got refunded for my restaurant invitation, but it was a bad experience, and I was sort of like, I got sick and missed dinner. Maybe I want to just leave. And as dumb as it sounds, I kind of wanted to catch this stream event, which I entirely missed, for those 1,000 or so free Prima Gems. I know, it sounds dumb, but I was not having a good time. The director said something a little insensitive, given that I was sick. I mean, to be fair, he didn't really know I was sick, but it was not a good time, so I was down by the Tiber crying, and I was sort of like, you know, maybe I should just pay for a ride home or something, but I ended up staying. And the funny thing about it is that if I had left, I probably wouldn't have gotten sick. And one of the other guys joked about that. He was sort of like, you know, if you had left, like you said you wanted to, but ended up not doing, you probably wouldn't have gotten sick. And I said, don't remind me. Well, yeah, no, it was funny. It was actually crazy. Frankly, if I'd actually caught the bus, it would have been all worth it. You know, up until I missed the bus, it was actually kind of fun running through the busy Roman streets. Especially since all those traffic lights, one way or the other, are basically just suggestions for pedestrians and drivers. It was like Frogger. But yeah, well, it was a tour bus, actually, which was the worst part. You know, they were only waiting for us. But, so I was very sick and spent 5 hours in the bathroom. It was not fun. It was not fun. But at the very least, I felt better after that before I felt worse again for different reasons. But yeah, that was Wednesday, so I'll do this other chamber now. Yeah, hey, if it makes you feel better, it gets worse. Well, in Switzerland, starting in Switzerland. But yeah, okay. So there we go. So yeah, and this was Thursday, May 25th. So I got sick, so I woke up late and missed breakfast, which was a shame because we were in, I forget what, you know what, I'll go back and check the map of Rome to figure out the hotel we were at specifically, but we were at a really, really, really nice hotel in Rome. So I'm going to look over, because I do remember more or less where we were. Okay. Where are you, Vatican City? I can use this. Okay, because we were basically in Prati. So we were in... Okay. Yeah, but... Okay, we passed by the Castle of Sant'Angelo numerous times, actually. Okay, maybe I would be better off just checking the itinerary. But yeah, we stayed in a very, very pretty hotel. Okay. Yeah, I'm not finding it right now, so I'm just gonna have to look it up in the itinerary. But they had really, really good hotel breakfast. They had a big sort of wooden tray of honeycomb, among other things, and it was very, very pretty. Very, very tasty, too. A bunch of really good cured meats, straight up fruit smoothies, croissants. It was really, really, really good. Oh my goodness. You flatter me. But let me check my... Okay, we were in NH Collection Roma Giustiniano, which was a... Yeah, the buffet... Yeah, it was really good. It was an NH hotel. It was very, very, very nice. But the food was great, but I missed it on the second day because I was sick. I appreciate it. You're giving me whiplash. You're giving me whiplash. But I managed to reach the Vatican tour, which was interesting because in the lobby, well, the sort of admissions area, there were a lot of languages, and for whatever reason, one of the languages that scrolled through was Japanese, so I got to see ticket and katakana. Okay, I appreciate it. You have a good sense of propriety. But we went in the Sistine Chapel, which was very pretty. And the funny thing about it is that they didn't really have any signage to indicate the fact that you weren't supposed to take video or photography, not even just flash photography, no photos or videos whatsoever, and you were supposed to be quiet. So there was this guy, and apologies if this is a little offensive, but people were talking about it all tour. There was this guy, this very ornery guy, just saying, no photo, no video, silencio, again and again and again, which was honestly more Spanish than Italian. I don't even know if he was Italian, but the entire time we were just looking around at all the paintings, and he was just going, no photo, no video, silencio, the entire, okay, but the entire time. And that was basically the one in-joke that stayed throughout the entirety of tour. This one guy in the Sistine Chapel, just for the entire 10 minutes, just yelling at random tourists to not take videos and stuff. It was pretty goofy. But we went inside St. Peter's, and it was very, very, very pretty. It was incredibly pretty. What's very interesting is that a lot of the cadavers of a lot. Yeah, exactly. I would not like to have that kind of job. Because there's no signage, so it's all up to you, and nobody learns. And pretty much everyone takes pictures anyway. In my defense, I took my picture before he said anything, so I didn't know, so what can I say? But yeah, so it was very, very pretty, but there are a lot of plausible deniability. There were the cadavers of a lot of popes actually inside St. Peter's. Besides being dressed in the robes, they actually had death masks. Well, not really a criminal, just a rule breaker. But, which is not something anyone really does anymore, mainly because you don't really have cadavers involved and displayed like that. But yeah, you see level 90 Yoimiya, level 90 Yunjin. But yeah, he was just doing his thing. But yeah, they had death masks, but it was interesting. But so we get back and we take our bus to go to our first performance. And I found that I had brought a bunch of non-perishable snacks, some corn and rice cheese puffs, and then some crackers. And then the cheese. Hello, oh my goodness. Yeah, they were talking about you. They said they needed you because they were accusing me of having mommy issues and said you needed to be here to interrogate me. Or something like that. But I found that the bus driver... Oh my goodness. Not this again. But I found that... Oh my goodness! Okay, good morning to you, Hajime Machi-tenshi. I'm gonna change the topic. I'm doing my best to change the topic. Oh my... Not this again! I thought I'd escaped! Okay. But as I was saying... The bus driver who was a jerk... The bus driver was an absolute jerk and not even good at his job. Okay, so for some background, the guys in the club, usually for all our domestic tours, we've got the same bus driver. We've had the same bus driver for almost a decade now, apparently, which, I wouldn't know considering that I only could be in the club for 4 years. But we all loved him. Yeah, he was, our domestic bus driver is amazing. He's on board with all our shenanigans, and whenever we make jokes, he joins in. He's just a really good guy, and he's actually an older guy with kids, grown adult children, so he's just having fun. He's just living out the rest of his life trying to have fun. As far as I can tell, he does it more because he enjoys it more than anything else. But our bus driver this time was garbage, and he didn't even tell us anything about his rules, and he couldn't because it's not nice to knock him for it because expecting everyone to speak English is a very, very touristy thing to do, and even, it's good to have a little bit of tourist shame, in my opinion, to prevent yourself from being too much of a jerk. But it was sort of, we went out of our way to get tour guides who were bilingual and spoke English so we could actually communicate with them. And to be fair, it wouldn't have worked otherwise, but the notable exception was that our bus driver he only spoke Italian as far as we knew. And the worst part is that he was with us for the entire tour. So we were in a bunch of countries where he didn't speak any of the languages in common. We were in France, we were in Germany, we were in Austria. And he didn't speak any languages in common with anyone there. It's sort of like, what are you doing? And for 3 weeks, there was just this absolute jerk who was so bad at his job that he went down a road that... Okay. Yeah, a lot of it... I didn't tell any of the guys in the club that my stream title until after tour because I didn't want them trying to do anything unethical. And they were all, oh yeah, you want to meet up with your fans, right? And I was sort of like, no, that would be highly unethical. But if you could come just to cuss at our bus driver and then leave... I think that would have been alright. But as I was saying, he went down a road that was too small for the bus, and for about 10 minutes, everybody else on the road had to move out of the way. All these other cars had to go off the road and move around so that he could turn around and just leave. That he could go back down this road that had become too small for the bus to go on. This was when we were trying to get into Switzerland. But it was just sort of, okay, what is going on? You have no idea what you're doing. Okay. Fair enough. I would be more than happy to see you throw hands with this awful, awful bus driver. I would appreciate that. But as I was saying, he threw away my cheese and my other snacks. And, you know, to be fair, the cheese was kind of perishable. It was wrapped up and sealed, but it probably could have spoiled if it was there long enough, and it was kind of hot, so I understand that. But there were all of these non-perishable snacks that I had brought, not just for myself, but to share, because... And the worst part is that I got kind of hungry on the trip, because I didn't have access to my snacks, and I could trace it to the fact that he threw it all away. And the worst part is that... Okay. One of the other guys in the club is pre-med, and this will be relevant later, because he also did another thing, which was kind of not good. Okay, just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to tell my dad to only refer to me anonymously. But essentially, I traveled with 50 other college-age guys who were probably more than a little unhygienic, as well as the director, and temporarily his wife came along. A very, very, very cool Spanish, as in from Spain, tour guide who spoke pretty much every language of every country. Well, I was worried about them being unethical because they're college guys, you know? They're constantly down bad. I didn't want them trying to harass you or anything, you know? I feel like I don't want them doing anything sussy. We are a pure-hearted community. Yeah, but like I was saying, they got sick and I got sick from them. But as I was saying, the reason that the snacks were even on the bus for him to throw out was because there wasn't room in my bag for them anymore because I put some books inside. Well, it was actually complicated because I eventually put the books up top too. And the books were temporarily lost, which is the worst part because, well, he ended up moving the books and some clothes to another compartment from the overhead, but he threw away the snacks. But there were a couple books. One was this nonfiction book about cancer called The Emperor Maladies, which, well, the books ended up getting recovered, but I still had to carry them around, and they were heavy. They made my backpack really, really heavy. And the other was, you may have heard of it before. It's a book called, yeah, we all hated him by the end. He was such a bad bus driver, especially in comparison to the other one we had. But he ended up, as I was saying, the other one was called The House of God, which is a pretty famous book about actually sort of how much it sucks to be a doctor. But I actually ended up not being able to read either of them because I was busy and then I was sick. So, womp womp. And so I ended up giving the books back to the guy at the end of the tour without having even read. Yeah, it's a pretty good book. I actually read a pretty funny review of it a while ago on a site. So that's why I was interested. I talked about it with him. He said, "Oh, I have the book. You can borrow it for tour." And I ended up not being able to read it. Yeah, oh my goodness. Well, at the very least, I'm glad that the people in my chat are this supportive of each other. We're becoming a real community. But yeah, it was a pain. It was an absolute pain the entire time. But either way, he threw away all of my food, and I got hungry. I bought a little rosary as a souvenir during the Vatican tour, which was quite nice. It was a good purchase. And then we had our concert, which was alright. It was good. A lot of people from the university who were doing a study abroad. You know, I'm not normal. This works. But as I was saying, the concert was alright, but I actually had this weird buzzing in my ear, in my left ear for most of the concert, for some reason, and I don't even know why. I guess. You've broken me. I'm just gonna say yes. But, so the bus was gone, and everyone else actually went back on a different bus, so I can only assume that the bus driver was stealing more stuff from people. And, oh, actually, I lost a shirt. The next day I ended up losing a shirt. Just, it wasn't in the compartment. It was totally gone because I changed on the bus. Because I had actually put my uniform, my concert tux, Well, it wasn't a tuxedo this time, but my black concert uniform in the bus too. And yeah, no, serious, I'm broken. Well, the music wasn't too loud because all we did was sing. And to be fair, the buzzing, well, it was more like pressure. Got a little worse when I was singing, so it was probably just a pressure thing, maybe related to the airplane. I really don't know. But I actually ended up going out for dinner with a guy who was not only in the club with me, but in my dorm. And he comped it, and it was really cool. We actually met up with the dorm head from when he did study abroad. But it was a really, really good dinner in a place called... Okay. It was not a date. It was not a date. We were just chilling. Okay. But let me see. Okay, Rome. Let me look this up. It was... The name translated to pendulum. So let's see. Okay. Pendulo. I think it was probably pendulo or something. I can't find. But yeah, two guys chilling in the hot tub. 2 feet apart. Okay. In Rome. Okay. Il Pendulo restaurant. But yeah, it was really, really good. Okay, I think it was... No, that's Mexico City? Okay, I can't even... Okay. Alright. We were Roman for one night, I guess. I don't know. But the restaurant's title translated to something like the pendulum, il pendulo, or something like that. But it was really, really, really good. So we had some bread, we had this octopus salad, or ensalada de polpo, I believe. A Parmesan salad, which one of the other guys basically ate all of before I could get any of the cheese. I had some lobster linguine. Okay, and this is a really, really funny story. So a few years ago, ensalada de polpo. It was really, really nice. I gotta say, one of the things I really liked about Rome and Italy in general is that there was a lot of access to seafood. There was a lot of good opportunities to have seafood. But I had this lobster linguine, which was pretty tasty but overpriced, and there wasn't a lot of lobster. And what's really, really, really funny was, a few years ago, the choir went to New York City, and some surrounding areas for a tour. And a few years before that, back when I still used social media, I'd seen ads for this ramen restaurant in New York City called the Ryujin. It was in Brooklyn, Ryujin Dragon God, which is kind of a cringe name, so I should have guessed that it wouldn't be all that good. And they had ads for this spicy lobster ramen. And I was sort of, okay, so I'll actually be in the place. I can actually try it, and things will all work out. So yeah, it wasn't just a tourist restaurant, it was an Instagram-bait restaurant. Okay, so I've said this already. Oh my goodness, I timed out of Abyss. But yeah, so I go over, and the food is mid, and there's only half a lobster. So I'm sort of, okay, this is gonna be the lobster redemption. They'll give me a full lobster. So I get the linguine, and again, it's only half a lobster! Again, they only gave me half a lobster! It was good, and yeah, it was very, very Instagram bait. And to be fair, it made a good Instagram post, but yeah. So then I had some salmon steak with mashed potatoes, which was really, really, really good. I definitely ate too much at this restaurant, which definitely messed with my body. And then I had some mixed gelato, chocolate, lemon, and fennel flavor. The fennel was really, really, really good. Yeah. The guy we were with was a tour guide who had been there for a while, so he was kind of a local at that point in terms of knowing the restaurants. So it was quite nice. So the salmon steak was great, the mixed gelato was great, everything was really, really, really good, especially since it was free for me. But we had some red wine, which was very savory, it was quite nice. Some just standard white wine, and then we had a little aperitif, which was called Averna, which, given that you're Sicilian, stressing me out, you probably know. We had some Averna, which was this herbal Sicilian liqueur, which was quite nice and had a bit of a spicy kind of licoricey flavor. But I probably had a little bit too much to drink. And to be fair, it was alright because there was someone with me, and I didn't end up tripping or falling on anything. And yeah, the Averna was nice. The Averna was good. But now that that's done, it's time for another Chamber of Abyss. What's your question? Okay. Either way, it's time for another chamber. So that was Thursday, May the 25th. And what might your question be? Okay, nobody put cheese over pasta with fish. I didn't even have any pasta with fish, and I was not aware of anyone else having pasta with fish. So, yeah. That would be questionable. That sounds very questionable. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Let's actually just get rid of these guys over here real quick. Okay, because we have more than enough time for the burst. Okay, yeah, oh my goodness. I didn't know you felt that strongly about pasta and cheese. Yeah, okay. Tears of joy, I hope. Tears of joy, I hope. Okay, there we go. That's good to hear. Okay, let's hit all these, and okay, there we go. That is very good. Okay. So there we go. Oh, okay. You've fallen victim to cheese on fish pasta. Okay, and the fact that you say you've fallen victim to it, Montalbano. Who is this Montalbano you speak of? Montalbano. Okay. Oh, it's a Sicilian detective novel series. Okay. Italian, strict Sicilian, and Sicilian Italian. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Not an enjoyable ride. Okay. So, Friday, May the 26th. Okay, books and TV. Okay. So, on Friday, May the 26th, this was the day where we moved from Rome to Florence, or Firenze. Okay. Yeah. We're all very sorry about... Oh my goodness. But I actually got breakfast, I wasn't sick. And this is when I found out that the shirt was lost too. We had a... I'm not gonna repeat it, a cursed convo about obelisks. And then I bought some squid ink and lemon sciatateri from a gas station on the way. I had a Aria top 10. Okay, I didn't... It was just about obelisks falling over. I'll say that much. Okay. Let's see if we can... Okay. I guess I'll just do more at once. I'll do one full chamber and then 2 or 3 days or something like that. Okay, there we go. Come on. Okay, yeah, good chamber. Okay, there we go. Okay. But yeah, and then the tour guide did this really, really long top 10 list. Recovered and become a stronger person. Yeah, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, even if that thing is fish pasta with cheese. Yeah, we're all very, very proud of you right now. But as I was saying before, we got breakfast, the shirt was lost too, we got some pasta, conversation about obelisks. And the thing we do in the Glee Club, in the choir, is we have these things called top 10s, where when we have our long bus rides to pass the time, various guys will have these sort of funny or interesting top 10 lists. And the tour guide had actually been with us 4 or so years before, because every 4 years the choir goes on a Europe tour. And he did one of Italian arias, which was actually quite nice. And okay, let me find her name. Famously bad American soprano. What was her name? Oh, and as a joke, he made the number 1 an aria performed by Florence Foster Jenkins, who was an American socialite and amateur soprano, according to Wikipedia, who was famous for being terrible. And then he played the real version, which actually was not as much better as I would have expected, but that is neither here nor there, and that's a secret. And then I did a joking top 10 about my roommate, and it's complicated because a big reason I was too late for the dinner was honestly that I told him to tell people that I was kind of sick and might be a little late, and he did not pass it on. And to be fair, I probably would have been late anyway. So people gave him a bit of crap for that, which was honestly kind of unfair because, you know, I was sick. And they probably shouldn't have waited for me anyway, but... And to be fair, they didn't. But to be fair, that was because he didn't pass on the info. So I made a joke of top 10 embarrassing secrets about him, and I didn't... Well, okay, it's complicated. He's a freshman. He was a freshman. So I can't really expect him to be as responsible responsible as a senior, and so I gave him slack. I had to be fair to him. He was a nice guy, he was a good guy, a fun guy, but, you know, everyone makes mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. But they gave him some crap for it because people... So I just made a bunch of jokes. Okay. It's not personally identifiable information, so I guess I'll just pass it on now. It was the top 10 embarrassing secrets about the guy. And, okay, so in ascending order, 10, that his name was not actually his real name. 9, his real name is verbatim George Harrison, frontman of the Beatles. 8, the guy is not the frontman of the Beatles. 7, George Harrison was not the frontman of the Beatles either. 6, he has a tail. 5, when he sleeps, he begins levitating. 4, when he wakes up, he falls. 3, it sounds like this, and then I played the metal pipe falling sound effect. 2, that was all a lie because he actually never sleeps. Yeah, guys, he's a Saiyan. He actually went Super Saiyan on the final night of tour. It was pretty crazy. You had to be there. But, and the number 1 was that he spends all that free time every night curling his naturally straight hair. He has naturally curly hair, very, very curly hair, so... Yeah, we joked. We joked about whether his hair was actually curly. It kind of bombed, actually, because, like I said, people were expecting me to actually drag him, because people thought I'd be actually mad at him because of the fact that I missed dinner. Which, yeah, I wasn't really mad. It was, you know, everyone makes mistakes, and it wasn't really a mistake in as much as just someone being sick, but... Okay. I really gotta change something with the color contrast here with the chat box, because that blue color is... Okay, maybe I should just change it to black or something, but either way, the color contrast is... Well, I can be mean as a joke. I wouldn't want to be... I don't want to make it... I don't want to foment an actual grudge. There's a difference between good-natured ribbing like we do and actually just starting a blood feud. I did not want to start an actual blood feud. But, okay, so the rest of the things that happened that day were... Okay, let me check real quick. Well, it's more that if I was going to tell everyone in the choir about my Twitch, I couldn't afford to make any enemies. Especially because if I actually made them mad, they could dox me. What can I say? So... Okay. So this was when... Oh, this was a funny night. This was a funny night. Okay. So then I got some... We actually stopped in Siena, and we went in a little church gift shop, and I got some soaps for some friends and family for my sister. The ticket was €5, which, And then since we were in Siena, we tried their sort of local specialty pasta, which you may have heard of. It's called Peachy. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, well, I got injured, so that's part of why I said it's funny. This tour was just a litany of partially self-inflicted bodily harm. But... So I had this peachy with some salmon roe and some cacio e pepe, and it was alright. The thing about it was... Okay, this is gonna sound mean, but sometimes things stay regional specialties because they're not good enough to spread outside. And the peachy, I don't know if it was just the restaurant, but they were so thick that the inside of the noodle just tasted like semolina. It didn't really take on the flavor of the sauce and the roe. Yeah, I got hurt. But, so when we got to Florence, we went around the city, and we went on the local train, and when we were in there, we actually saw... Well, I actually saw 2 locals just sharing just smoldering looks at each other from across the train. They were just eyeing each other up. It was crazy. Like, these people, I don't know if they knew each other, but they clearly were interested in each other. It was crazy. But what can I say? But so we went to the plaza, the Michelangelo Plaza, the one with a bronze cast of Michelangelo's David, and there was... Oh, when I was in middle school, we took a little trip to a boarding school, and we went downstairs below the cafeteria near the bathrooms, and there was a couple just absolutely going at it. It was crazy. It was uncomfortable, and we were all just we were all going up back to dinner and just being, okay, you should go downstairs and oh my goodness, yeah. At that point, you're about to get arrested. But yeah, it was crazy, you know. I didn't need to see that. In the middle school, the middle school one, that was, I didn't need to see that. But yeah, there was a guitarist, an acoustic guitarist in the plaza when night started falling, playing a bunch of English language songs for tourists. He played Wild World by Cat Stevens and Walk on the Wild Side by Lou Reed, and he was good too. So we actually went over to another restaurant for some bistecca alla Fiorentina, which was pretty good, though to be fair, I didn't have nearly as much steak as I would have liked because we split only because they were all individually sort of steaks for 2 people. We got 3 or so and split them among 8 or so I didn't have as much steak as I might have liked. It was what it was. And then the guy who I went to dinner with the other guy, he was basically doing surgery on the steaks and taking a bunch off the bone where the other ones wouldn't have really been some, which was nice because we got some more food out of that. It was just kind of a steak fries dinner, which was good. When we were right outside the restaurant waiting for a seat, there were some exchange students from Wisconsin actually peeking out the window when they heard us, and we sang to them actually, which was quite fun. Yeah, they were good steaks. They were nice and very thick cut. I asked for only a little bit of wine, but the guy who was pouring was sort of all no, and he gave me a bunch. But I drank it all because I wanted to be polite, which was too much. And so I talked to that guy, I talked to him about piano. He was also pre-med. Not the other pre-med guy who gave me the books, but it was a fun little conversation. Yeah, they're good steaks. But, okay. And this was the big feature of the night where I got injured. And because I had a little bit too much to drink, I ended up tripping and falling because... Do you know what I saw that made me trip and fall? You can probably guess. You can probably guess what I saw that made me trip and fall. I'll give you 10 Yeah, I saw a beautiful tall woman with a boyfriend who was a bit shorter than her. And I got distracted, and I tripped over the curb and flew around 5 feet forward and scraped my knee really, really bad. It was experiential. It was one of the most bizarre and hilarious experiences I've ever had in my life. But that is neither here nor there. But, so that was Friday, May the 26th. And then Saturday, yeah, I was not caught. I simply fell. I simply flew forward and scraped my knee. But on Saturday, May the 27th, I actually met up with my aunt and my cousin. And it was quite nice, because I was able to have my aunt do my laundry for me, because otherwise I would have to find a laundromat and buy detergent. Yeah, guys, I'm a master manipulator. But we actually went out around town. They lived in a little suburb, well, not a suburb, but a little town outside of Firenze called Scarpidia. And so we went over to some of the markets to get some pasta and some greens to make pesto, and they didn't have any basil, so we actually made arugula pesto. It was quite nice. But I took a bit of a nap, and it was good. We had some really... Well, I went around in Florence, and... Oh, right, I forgot to write down my travel diary. Well, for Mom, I went around with my aunt, my cousin left to meet up with some friends, and my aunt and I... Well, actually, it was funny, because it turned out that my cousin was a weeb, and we had a conversation about how subs are better than dubs, and then she told me to watch Attack on Titan. And then I told her that my other cousin had also told me to watch Attack on Titan. Hopefully I'll have time soon to actually watch Attack on Titan, though that remains to be seen. Yeah, what can I say? Now, I was kind of surprised. There were, frankly, a lot of weebs in Europe. It was kind of weird. I actually had a decent amount of opportunity to try to read Japanese characters, but I went back into town with my aunt, and she went and bought some jewelry. We went around some shops, and I bought a little coin purse for my mother with a little Florence emblem on it, which was nice. And then we went to a little American culinary school that had a little attached restaurant where they made their American students cook, and had some really good just spaghetti with Parmesan. No meatball, but just good spaghetti. It was very, very nice. Then after our concert that night, which I actually got to the venue late and got locked out, so I had to wait a little longer to get let in, which meant I had to change in a hotel. I had to sneak into a hotel lobby and change in the bathroom. But it was it was a decent concert. It was just another concert. But afterwards I went out and I got locked out during our pre-concert rehearsal time because I showed up late, and the person who was in charge of locking and unlocking the doors had gone out to dinner. But after the concert, I had some more food. I went to a kebab place and had a little kebab sandwich with another guy with some fries and baklava. And the guy who was running the restaurant, it was so late that I think he was playing PUBG on his phone or some other kind of game like that. But he was sort of all, okay, I was not expecting customers. And I was kind of, as a fellow gamer, I was a little sorry that I was interrupting him. But either way, the spaghetti was good. The funniest thing is that when we were walking to the venue, I actually saw an ad for an Italian cosplay convention, and one of the characters in the ad was Kokomi. They had Italian Kokomi. When I was in Italy, I saw a picture of Italian Kokomi. What can I say? The gamer's got a game. But, okay. So, just to get through things faster, that was 2 days. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, time to do another chamber. Okay, there we go. Well, it was just an Italian cosplayer who was dressed as Kokomi. Italian Kokomi. Okay, come on, let's see if we can... Okay, cool. So we can knock out that Kairagi before that's all over. Yeah, Italian Kokomi. Well, yes, but... Okay, now I just feel bad. Okay. So, in that case... I'll do this one again, and then do another in a minute. Okay. Well, because you pointed out that there was no real reason to take specific note about the fact that they were Italian, so now I feel like I was racially insensitive. Do I sound dehydrated? Do I sound dehydrated right now? I'm probably a little dehydrated. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm actually not that dehydrated, but my throat feels a little kinda thick with mucus, kinda. Yesterday was Father's Day here in America, so my dad made some pork ribs, and I had some of that earlier, and they were, well, okay, I appreciate it. I appreciate that. You're almost certainly correct. But I had some very fatty pork ribs a little bit before, so that probably messed with my throat. Yeah, they were really, really good. But, so, I guess I was kind of wrong that it took a week or so for me to get sick, because probably just because I ate too much the previous day, probably. I was kind of sick again. Okay, so Sunday, May the 28th, is when we went to Bologna. So I was kind of sick in the bathroom when we got to the hotel, and then I took a little nap. Then we had another, well, we actually didn't perform, but I went to a restaurant before we rehearsed with another local choir, and I had some tortellini in brodo, or tortellini in broth, and it was really, really, really good. I met an Australian couple who were on vacation and in that restaurant. Yeah, it was really good. It was definitely one of the best things I had all tour. That Italian pasta was amazing. But I asked them if they wanted to go to the choir and go to the concert, and told them where we'd be. They did not show up. We had a rehearsal that was altogether too long, and then I had some stracciatella gelato as we got back to the hotel. But that was a pretty uneventful day in total. So then on Monday, May the 29th, I did a top 10 about the other tenor ones in the section, because I was a tenor one when I was in choir, as Mario characters. and then we actually went over a little past Bologna to the Ferrari Museum, which I did not get to actually see because I was the last person in line, and then my card did not work. So, yeah. So I had to wait an hour or so for everyone to finish, but it was alright because apparently the museum was kind of bad. Apparently the museum was not great. We actually went around to some gift shops, and those gift shops were actually quite cool, and we saw some cars scattered around town, which were quite nice. But at least other people seemed to have fun, so it wasn't all bad. And some people took some funny pictures because there was a chain link fence outside the museum. And so I was on the other side, so if you've ever been to that museum, you might know that sort of halfway through going through the museum, you go back around inside this fence. So I was on the other side of the fence, and it looked like I was in prison or something. So they got some funny pictures. So when I went back to the hotel, there was that little Mortadella restaurant outside, the hotel, and I had a mortadella sandwich with some imbuya, which you probably know about, then some mozzarella and some sun-dried tomato, and I got some more sun-dried tomato because I figured that if I had been kind of sick, it might be due to a lack of fiber, when it was probably just because of traveling, and maybe just drinking hotel water, I don't know. And then we had it was uncomfortable. Well, no, the imbuya was alright. I'm actually very good with spicy food. But I had some Diavolo pizza after the concert that night, because we went to a little pizza restaurant in Bologna called Anima et Core, or Heart and Soul. Well, Soul and Heart, actually. And it was good. It was alright. They comped. Okay, fair enough. And this is relevant for you, because we talked with the people in the Italian choir, and I asked them about the term snack sciences. And they said that snack sciences were not just marketing, but also anthropology. So I got some confirmation about that. And then the director went on a rant about how we shouldn't sing when we're drunk, which, to be fair, I wasn't. What? Are you going to accuse me of not trusting you? Not communications? Communications, right. I was just confused. I was confused because I thought communications was marketing related. Okay. But yeah. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness. You'll have to forgive me. There are a lot of things I have to remember. Hopefully fewer soon. But there we go. Okay. So it's on these short little chambers. Okay. So that does. Okay. So I'm not entirely off base. That's good. So in that case, I'll go over and do this one. Okay. Well, it's not stupid. It's Italian slang. Okay, let's see if we can grab everyone up in here. Well, I appreciate you being so forgiving and understanding. That's what I'll say. Okay, let's see if we can. Okay, goodbye, Mirror Maiden. Goodbye. Okay, there we go. Italian mocking. Okay, there we go, and it's on to the next. Italian mockery. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, have you actually... I think people are talking about it right now. Oh. Other people I know are talking about in the leaks right now, actually. Let's see. Oh, apparently... People are talking about... Apparently we might get a new male character model or something? I'm not sure. Maybe. Oh, new model type. Oh, okay. Yeah, way too mean. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, have you... Okay, I think my hand might be in front of my face then. Oh, wow, okay. Oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, I didn't see that, but I saw that just... Have you been Okay, I'm glad you find it funny. But as I was saying, there have been a lot of leaks today about Fontaine and other things, and one of them is about a new male character model. They may be adding buff guys to the game, at the very least for Varka. So, that'll be alright. It'll be like buff Rex from the Xenoblade Chronicles DLC. But, so... Now I guess it's time for me to talk about Tuesday, May 30th. So this was the day where we went from Italy, from Bologna to Munich, Germany, passing through... I don't even remember what city it was called. It was... Okay, I can just scroll up from here. But we actually passed through Austria on our way to Germany, which was quite nice. It was a pretty place. Oh, we passed through Innsbruck. Yeah, I guess Ida will have to cry. Womp womp. I don't know, maybe they'll give him a model upgrade. Maybe they'll give him a model upgrade. I don't know. But I don't know. He is... There is something funny about the fact that... There would be something funny about him kind of having quote-unquote painted on abs, I suppose. Let's take another look at who's in this floor. Who do I even want to use for this one? Okay. Same as normal, actually? Yeah, this should work. Yeah, Noodle Arms Ito, guys. Noodle Arms Ito. Okay, actually, yeah. I'm just gonna do... I'm gonna use my Hyper Bloom team for this one again. Well, actually, I didn't entirely tell that story yet. That day has a bit more to it. But, so at the start of the day, my roommate left his stuff in the room. It's alright. I got it for him. But we passed by a gas station, and my card didn't work again, but I bought a good little sandwich with some prosciutto, tomato, mozzarella, and lettuce, so I've had to borrow a credit card from another guy. And so I spent 20 euro or so on gifts, a magnet, and a flask. As in, kind of a little hip flask for my mom. She doesn't even drink, which was part of the joke. And I got a kitschy little magnet for my grandma. I got in Innsbruck, for whatever reason, the restaurant that the tour guide recommended was kind of a chicken miso, well, kind of an Asian-inspired health food place, so I got some chicken miso ramen, and I ended up covering it for another guy too. And that was really all that happened that night. I was tired when we got to Munich, so some other guys went around and... They went out to a big tavern, but I did not go. And then on Wednesday, May the 31st, we went to Dachau, which I think it'd be insensitive to talk a lot about it, but it was a very profound experience. It was uncomfortable in a way that it should have been. But after that, we went back to Munich, and I got a little pretzel and Leberkost sandwich, which was frankly not good. And then I had a 7 euro kebab wrap, a durum, which is not durum semolina, but a durum is in a wrap, which was also not particularly good. And then after the concert that night, which we actually did with a German men's glee club, which was a bit older than us, we went to another tavern where I had 1.5 liters of beer, which was a very, very bad idea, and I ended up staying up late that night, just drinking a bunch of hotel sink water so that I would not have a hangover. And I think that's probably the most I've ever drunk, and I would not recommend it. It was a very, very bad idea. Well, I wasn't sick yet, that's the thing. It was probably a big contributor to me actually kind of getting sick later on. Well, because... apparently, European sink water is a lot cleaner, which doesn't surprise me, and it tasted alright. That said, it probably wasn't a good idea. It would have been a thing to get it from, I don't know, maybe a kitchen sink, but a bathroom sink. Well, we did a lot of walking. We did a lot of walking tours, so if I hadn't drunk any water at all, I would have actually died. I would have straight up perished. So that wouldn't have been an option. Which, I guess maybe I could have been a bit less stingy and just spent a lot of money on bottled water, but I don't know. It is what it is. So, like I said, you know, Europe is the land of no free water. So let's go over, get Nahida, and get all these guys, and there we go. Okay, there we go. Go for our nice Hyper Bloom, and there we go. Okay, let's see who we can get with this. Okay, good. Oh my goodness, they did not get him again. Come on. Come on. Well, in Italy, yeah, but as far as I can tell, there really weren't any in other parts of Europe. Not as far as I could tell. And frankly, that was one of the things I liked most about Italy, and Italy in particular, that they had actual fountains to use, in contrast to pretty much everywhere else. But I don't, it's complicated. It's, like most things, it's complicated. So there we go, let's see who we can, yeah. Oh my goodness. Not the Frostron Lava Trail, bro. Okay, there we go. Let's see what we can get with this. Okay, come on. Okay, I think we can probably, okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it like that. Okay. If I'll hit them dies here, I am not gonna be a happy camper. Yeah, it was much appreciated. Believe me, I was in severe pain. The lack of water other places was not appreciated. Okay, there we go. Well, I didn't die. I didn't die due to lack of water. But either way, there we go. Let's see which of these guys. Okay. So hopefully we can... Okay, can I freeze this? Well, after the beer, I spent that day kind of in recovery mode. Okay, let's see. Hopefully I can permafreeze these guys enough that they won't. Okay, well, then I can clear this chamber pretty well. I don't know. Come on. Okay, there we go. Oh, this could very well be bad news. This could very well be bad news. Okay, come on. Come on. Get swept up. Okay. There we go. That should... Oh, okay. I was wondering. I kind of thought that... Okay, there we go. We got that done. Okay. So then on Thursday... Okay. And this is going to be funny again. But not because I got hurt. Don't worry. So Thursday, June 1st. Ingenuity... Oh. I meant to... That makes sense. That... I didn't even think about that because I haven't done that one yet. I'm going to be doing that event on Wednesday, but that makes sense. But on Thursday, June 1st, I was in recovery mode. So I went over and spent around 20 euro, a little less than 20 euro, at a restaurant around the corner from the hotel in Munich. This Lebanese place for some lamb and liver skewers with some basmati and salad. And also there was this really, really good crunchy flatbread. The flatbread was honestly the best part of the meal. There was some good music. And what was very interesting was that they were cash only, but I didn't know that because there wasn't any real English signage. So I had got my food and I couldn't actually pay for it because I didn't have any Eurocash because my credit card had been working for pretty much everything. So I had to call another Glee Club guy, actually the guy who had bought me that meal, and also what else did he do? Well, either way, he was the guy who I got dinner with. But he came over to try to bail me out, but right before he showed up, there was a guy who was talking, and it seemed like he was covering my meal. And so I shook his hand and I left. But after the concert that night, I went back with 20 euro cash I'd gotten from another guy, and well, he showed up for nothing, because someone else comped it. At least I thought, so we walked back to the hotel and went to the concert. So I ended up coming back with 20 euro cash and giving it to one of the guys, and he seemed angry. He just said, bye-bye, bye-bye. So I may have accidentally dined and dashed before coming back to pay, which is interesting. And then that night was another night of arguable self-inflicted bodily harm. This was the one where I actually tried to go clubbing in Munich. So the other guys were pre-gaming by going for a drink. I did not. We actually ran into 3 guys on the streets who were not there, and they joined us to try to go clubbing. Apparently the club was not full at all, so we just went off to try to find a bar. So people needed to go to the bathroom, so we went over to a McDonald's. Well, they did. Me and another guy and I just waited. So we ended up getting accosted by this guy from Morocco who was trying to either sell or give us some hashish, which we did not accept. And then he started trying to give us cigarettes, which we also did not accept. And then another guy went up on the side of him, who may or may not have known him, who accepted the hashish and the cigarettes and walked off with him, freeing him. So I actually had to sort of tide him over. Before that, I gave him a high five, which may have been a bad idea because I do not know where that hand had been. We ended up hopping a few train fences to get to the McDonald's, and then we went over. By that time, we needed to go to the bathroom. So there was a guy charging €1 for the bathroom, which may have been a scam because he did not have the McDonald's uniform. But either way, we went in. If it was fake, it was a good hustle. Yeah, 100%. So we were going down below the street using a sort of underpass. And at one point, some cops ran past us, so we just had to sort of walk on past because we were not involved. We were not involved. So we got to the club, and for background, I had left my wallet at the hotel because I didn't want any chance of it getting stolen. So as it turned out, and I was sort of confused because when we'd gone to the taverns before, they didn't check ID. So I go in and they start checking ID, and I just hadn't thought about it. So after all this song and dance and about a couple hours of running around Munich past midnight, I just have to walk back to the hotel, which isn't that bad in and of itself, well, other than the fact that it's a city at night. And so, well, it wasn't my money. I left my wallet at home. I didn't lose any money, I just didn't get into the club, which apparently was kind of mediocre anyway, so I wasn't missing much. But so I ran into the hashish guy again, but walked past him without making eye contact because I did not want any of that business. But I took a few wrong turns, and then as I turned onto the street back by the hotel, I heard this blood-curdling scream. And I was sort of, if that guy is frenzied and on drugs, I do not want to run into him. So I start running. I just book it back to the hotel. And then I press the button to open the door, and at first it does not work. And my life flashes before my eyes, and I'm sort of, is he just gonna run faster and catch up to me? Am I gonna be locked out of my hotel and just killed by this zombie on the streets of Munich? So I press it again, and the door opens, and I go back to the hotel room, and I go to sleep. But I was already tired. I should have been sleeping. And so I drank a liter of beer, and then I got sleep deprived. And that was probably part of why I got sick. It is a harrowing tale. It's a harrowing tale. I didn't drink any other beer. That was the only beer I drank. I didn't drink any beer that night. It was only the other night. It's just that I had a large amount, and it was alright. It was complicated. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, okay. Let's see if we can. Okay, how many elemental applications can I get down? Okay, there we go. At least I dodged that, and there we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there was... I hadn't drunk any alcohol since that one night once I drank 1.5 liters of beer. Yeah, 100%. I made a bunch of bad decisions because I thought that since it was sort of my last rodeo with the choir, that I should just go hard. I made a lot of mistakes, and I fully acknowledge that. There are a lot of things I did on that vacation that I will not repeat. Okay. Let's see if we can... Okay. I think I'll just have to knock him down manually. I can afford to do that. Yeah. You know, something about, you know, you gotta touch the stove sometimes, you know? Sometimes you don't know not to make the mistake unless you've already made it once. But either way, it was an interesting experience that I have not fully recovered from, so to speak. My body is still a little battered and torn. Okay, cool. Oh my goodness. I got sniped by that fire scorpion and missed all of that. Okay. Let's knock this one down then. Okay. Let's get out of the way and kill this scorpion. Come on. At least it's not that bad. Okay, there we go. So that one is... Okay. See how much I can dodge out of the way. Okay. Decent self... How did it even self-apply pyro? That is kind of weird. Okay. At least it can't resummon its little puppet. That's good. Let's keep going and continue shooting the archer. No, that was a day before the club trip. I did not drink the beer on the same night as going out for the club. The night that I went up drinking water was the night before the night I went out to the club. Well, trying to go to the club. So, that was Thursday, and the beer night was Wednesday. So, don't worry. But what's relevant is that a bunch of other guys in the choir had been getting sick. Their stomachs had been turning for a while. But on Friday, June 2nd, we actually went over to Regensburg, Germany, which was a nice little town, but with some rivers and some bridges. That was when we actually got to see the Danube, which was pretty nice, but not all that blue. And we did start humming the song. So for €21 or so, I got a pork schnitzel and some overpriced water, which was okay. And we did a bit of a walking tour, which tired me out even more. And there was a big church in the city, and I went inside, and it smelled good. It smelled kind of cold. It smelled like a kind of cavey in a good way. You know when a building smells kind of cold in a good way? That was what was going on. So I bought my dad a book about the sussy connections of a bunch of German billionaires. And then we performed in another church, which was itchy, in an itchy church because the air was so dry. And then after that night, I went with some other guys to an Austrian restaurant where I had some cheese spetzel. Yeah. They have a very nice atmosphere to them. Where for around €16, I had some cheese spetzel, which was a very bad idea. Because I'm not really a mac and cheese person, and I didn't even think about it, but it was basically just mac and cheese. And the combination of staying out late, drinking that much beer, and what was basically Austrian mac and cheese definitely helped me get sick. So, yeah, it was not good. It was not good. So I had this cheese spetzel, and so many bad decisions. And so I had this cheese spetzel, and it was alright, I guess. I actually got it because it had some onions. Well, it said onions, but it was actually fried onions instead of sort of real onions. So it didn't help my body at all. I thought it would give me some fiber and some nutrition, but it was fried onions. And then so the next day, June the 3rd, this is when we did our transfer to Switzerland. So we went to a rest stop, and they had a paid bathroom again, but for real, which was kind of cringe. And so I had some alla arrabbiata pasta, which was mid, and some tonic water, which was actually quite good at the rest stop. Then when we got to Zurich, I had some gelato, actually, which was okay. I had some strawberry, which said it was a balsamic vinegar flavor, which a lot of the other guys were sort of, what are you doing? That is insane. But it didn't even really taste like balsamic vinegar. Then I had some fior di latte, which was alright, and then I had some pistachio, which was okay, but honestly not nearly as good as the pistachio flavor I had in Rome. You know, all I can say is the Italians do gelato the best, which is good because it is their thing. Something I had there, only as a sample, which I honestly should have gotten more of. Yeah, but it didn't really taste, I guess, but it didn't really taste like balsamic vinegar, which was a little disappointing to me, because I like balsamic vinegar a lot. Oh, and I forgot, but yeah, when we went to the Ferrari Museum, that's right by Modena, but it wasn't Modena itself, so we didn't really have the opportunity to buy any vinegar or anything, which was a shame. But, what was I going to say? The gelato was alright, but that night we actually, instead of hotels, we did a homestay with some, well actually for me it wasn't in Zurich, but it was across the lake in, oh my goodness, time to zoom out the map again, and go over to Switzerland. Yeah, we actually, when we were driving through Austria, we actually passed by a lot of the Alps, which was quite pretty. But, and Adliswil, which is close to Zurich. Yeah, balsamic is good, especially on bread. But we went to Adliswil, and we had a nice barbecue dinner with a lot of salads and some very, very good chicken skewers. And there was something truffle related. I forget what. Oh, just a chocolate truffle. And then I helped clean up, and then I was sick that night. That was the night where things actually started just going haywire. That was when things just went downhill. But I'll say more after this chamber. So in that case, oh goodness, this is bad news. Let's see if we can. Oh no, oh no, oh no, no. Okay, cool. Let's see if we can. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Come on. Okay, there we go. And, okay. Go over and hit this Mirror Maiden. Okay. There we go. Okay, I think we can knock her out like this. Come on, go for the spread hits. Okay. Oh, goodness. Come on. Oh, right, because you didn't have any of that. That makes sense. Okay. Come on. There we go. Well, I said I would do 2 or so days recounted per couple of chambers. That's just on you for not paying attention. Okay, cool. Oh my, oh right, because there's no sacrificial. Yeah, she was persistent. Okay, let's see what we can get over there. Okay, that's good. And let's see who we can get over there. Okay, there we go. And oh, there we go. And we have a couple minutes to get rid of this herald, so that should work out pretty well. Oh, no, we got 2 of those. I forgot about that. Okay, let's see how many of these we can get down. Okay, okay, okay. Come on, come on. Okay, come on. Okay, now we can knock these both out and freeze them. Yeah, in that case, yeah. In a couple of days, I'll be doing a stream at a different time, so hopefully that might work better for you. We'll see. Yeah. Like I said, now that I'm living with my family again, I gotta be a bit more conscientious in when I stream. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't think these headshots are gonna be any different, but... Okay, oh, right, right, right. Oh, interesting. Even without that, she still got those. Okay. Just a second. Okay, let's see if we can... Okay, that's not going to do much. Okay, let's see. Okay, that tripped the filter real quick, so I gotta wait to... I do see that, though. Yeah. Oh, okay, it's an exam thing. Right, you told me that your exams are still going on. I hope those work out soon for you. So in that case, let's actually focus fire this one down to make things easier. Oh my goodness. She's just getting hit. Okay, okay, okay. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to go for the homing gun. Let's see if I can. Okay, okay, okay. Come on. Okay, that one's gone at least. Let's see if we can. Okay, if I have to. No, I'm gonna have to restart this chamber. That sucks. That really sucks. Okay. Exam I finished. Small bread. Exam stress. Yeah, well. Okay, okay. You don't need to elaborate if you don't want to. But at the very least, I'm glad that this is helping you relax. I'm glad that this is helping you relax. But as I was saying, you know, since I failed that one, I guess I'll give you a couple more days of exposition. Okay, fair, fair, fair. Okay, cool. So in that case... Okay, so on Sunday, June the 4th, we had a little nature hike near Oslo. We were going to do it near Zurich, but it was raining in Zurich. And I was in intense pain throughout. I thought about staying just at the house, and I really should have. Took a little funicular up. So we went over to the church, and before the performance, I literally could not stand up. So I ended up having to sleep through the performance instead of singing. I was very, very sick. I was able to eat a little bit of watermelon and apricot at the reception, but not that much. I started getting a fever and chills, and I thought it was actually me getting poisoned because I'd eaten a lemon peel when I ate the schnitzel. And oh, the schnitzel actually had some really nice cucumber potato salad with it, which I quite liked. And I thought it was actually pesticide from the lemon peel, which was not true. I called poison control, told my family I might die, but it was just gastroenteritis. So I laid down, I had some weird fever dreams about this weird sort of different language people talked in, and then I took a couple of laxatives and I went to sleep. Bread panyota instead of pane. And your professor mocked you for 15 minutes? Oh, because she didn't recognize you. Okay, that makes sense. Panyota girl. Oh my goodness. So the only reason she would have recognized you is because of a mistake you made. Well, because I was constipated. So on Monday, June the 5th, I woke up early and I was stuck in the bathroom for about 2 hours. It was agony. I took an ibuprofen, partially because of the pain and partially to try to counteract the effects. And okay, that makes sense. Okay, and so I was still kind of sick. So that was the day we actually went from Zurich to, fair enough. Maybe she shouldn't have laughed quite as hard. We went to Freiburg in Brissau. Yeah. It was uncomfortable. We went to Freiburg in Brissau. So I had to eat these little kind of Melba toast pieces. Or Zweiback, I believe it's called in German. To try to eat. I tried to eat an apple and ended up throwing up, and I did not sleep well. It was not a good night. But so... Okay. I guess this is where I retry the chamber. Okay, hopefully I'll have a bit more time here. And, okay. At least she didn't die. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, not. Oh, she's frozen. That's actually quite good. Okay. So, okay, hopefully she'll die this time. There we go. Okay, so this should work now. Okay. So if I go over on this side, maybe it'll work better. Maybe. I appreciate the good luck wishes. Yeah, it was a lot faster. The issue is that I was too reserved with using Yelan. That was what really messed things up. Okay, and that Abyss Mage is... did not get caught in the Storm Eye. That is less than ideal. Let's see if we can... Oh, okay. Well, in that case. Okay, there we go. Hopefully this should work. Okay, yeah. That one was much better. Okay, so there we go. And hopefully we can get them all caught up in... Oh, okay. Well, this should be alright. Come on, get frozen. Okay, there we go. Come on. Oh, that one just was not affected at all, period. I don't quite like that. Well, okay. Well, hopefully this should still work out if I can just headshot these guys enough. Okay. There we go, he's frozen. Take advantage of that. Come on. Oh, they just keep ducking down so low, and I keep going for the headshots and missing because of it. Well, to be fair, that one was just bad aim. Okay. Let's keep on going. I think I can do it like this now. Hit them with this. Okay, now I can just go with this again. Okay, and hopefully... Okay, so if I hit him... I can... Okay. Oh my goodness. And he just dodged out midway. So hopefully this should be it. Maybe. We'll see. Keep going, keep shooting. Okay. Come on. If I continue just going for body shots, because headshots don't make a difference. It's not about damage, it's about elemental application. It is funny how fast Dendro can knock these guys out now. Oh yeah, I mean, they're high-ranked Abyss enemies. You expected at that point. Okay, so, and then Tuesday, June the 6th. So I woke up, I had to knock on the door of another guy in the hotel and ask for more toilet paper. We did another drive. This is when we went from Freiburg to Strasbourg in France. And one of the guys, the pre-med who gave me the books, gave me 2 Imodium. He said I needed an adult dose, which was, frankly, I'm too small to be an adult. Oh, well, it's complicated. That's mostly a joke. But either way, the reason I was kind of sick was the effects of, yeah, it was ugly. The effects of the laxatives I took, so I did not need them, and they made things worse. And so I actually went and tried to perform that night, which was a mistake. I was too tired and too dehydrated, so I ended up having to mouth the words instead of singing, and I felt like I was about to faint. So after that, I went over to this quote-unquote Japanese brasserie in the city. Because, you know, it's France. Everyone's weebs. But I go over and I have this quote-unquote chicken ramen. And it is so greasy. It is the greasiest ramen I've ever eaten. And not only is the broth is greasy, but the chicken is greasy too. It's not even fried. Somehow the chicken is greasy, and it has these sort of Thai meatballs, which I'm not a huge fan of, even though I like pho a lot. But they were mainly just out of place. But it has some vegetables, and the noodles are just kind of limp. And I go over and I see that there's this anime girl print inside, which I didn't even see until I went to pay, which was kind of the garnish on the sort of crap sandwich of the evening. It was very goofy. And when the chicken was greasy, the guy I was eating with was just like, oh, because it's thigh meat. And I was sort of, chicken should not be this greasy. If chicken is this greasy, there's something wrong. But yeah, and then on Wednesday, June the 7th, we went over to Heidelberg, where the former president of the club had actually worked as an intern at a brewery, but I ran to a public pay toilet and was stuck in there for a couple of hours, and nothing even happened. I was actually crying and screaming, and I felt tingling on my back. My phone almost died, and it was uncomfortable. I literally started praying. Nothing happened. So I was stuck in there for almost 2 hours. I had to walk back in the hot sun for a little more than 2 miles back to the hotel. I had to double back because I passed the last convenient pharmacy where I paid around 20 euros for magnesium citrate and some rehydration. Just a second. And some rehydration powder, salt and sugar mixed. And I approached a big overpass bridge, and I was sort of, if this is going to be a walking toll road, I said this verbatim. If this is a toll road, I'm developing a taste for human flesh. Thankfully for humanity, it was not a toll road. So I got back to the hotel. I napped in a chair for about an hour or so while waiting for everyone else to show up, because they were actually on a brewery tour, which meant they got a bus there and a bus back to the hotel. And, well, I didn't go because I was sick and I didn't want to drink alcohol while I was actually sick. Another guy hadn't gone on the Glee Club tour, on the brewery tour, because he is celiac, so he couldn't drink any of the beer because it was not gluten-free. So I was waiting with him then. I waited longer because they took longer to show up than I thought. I took the magnesium, and then, I don't want to be too gross or too specific, but there was blood. This was the night where I went to the hospital. And so I started drinking some of the rehydration solution. The blood kept coming, and I was sort of, okay, I hope things might get better. I'll just go see a doctor in the morning or something. Recently, this may sound kind of bizarre, but have you ever seen pictures of the guy who makes giant paper cutouts of anime characters? Well, my roommate was actually throughout the entire tour, he was watching, and then eventually he finished Tokyo Ghoul. But after he finished it, he watched the Nick Robinson documentary about this guy, Tobin Jacobs. So we watched that documentary while I was sick, and it was a weird way to spend that evening. But he had to split into parts because he left for food. I decided to call a doctor in the morning. And if you're saying sorry for that, you should be. I felt like I needed an apology after I watched it. Joking. But I paid 17... Well, okay. So this is where things got goofy. I tried to order an Uber to get to the hospital because ambulances are expensive. But Uber did not work with my credit card. I used various phone numbers, my own from back home, as well as Okay, well, yeah. I appreciate it. It was a harrowing experience. And to call a taxi after the ambulance tom. Well, okay. I tried my home phone number from America and the Italian phone number, the SIM card I'd used, but even after getting an account to work, I couldn't get my credit card to work. Yeah, no. I have a lot of bad. I've fallen victim to credit card scams before. This may or may not surprise you, but it was. Uber would not accept my credit card. I guess maybe in Europe they only accept European credit bank accounts. But either way, I couldn't order an Uber. I had to. So I ended up, my roommate and I tried to take a bus or a train, but we couldn't understand the German. So I ended up just calling an ambulance. And after a bunch of song and dance due to the fact that the emergency call doesn't rely on cellular, it turns off your cellular. So I couldn't actually check my map to see where I was while I was talking to the ambulance. So I ended up having to screenshot the map and then call the ambulance. And they showed up, and a bunch of sort of dudes my age showed up, working as EMTs, and they took my vitals and said they couldn't take me to the hospital. And I was sort of, wait, what? And after that, they explained that it was because they didn't want to charge me for an ambulance because it would have cost a ridiculous amount of money. So they called me a taxi. The first one did not work because they only accepted Euro, cash, and then a second one accepted MasterCard, so that worked out. And so I got to the hospital. The receptionist did not speak English. I gave them my travel insurance after another guy showed up with his mother who proceeded to, they were very, very nice. I actually told one to come to the concert, though I'm not sure if he did because he was busy and also because I was sick, I did not go to that concert. But so I go over and this really nice guy who is not American but speaks English neglects his own mother who he brought to the hospital to help them interpret for me. And so I go over and then halfway through they say, okay, we can get an appointment for you. And then I say, okay, I need a quick bathroom break. So I go over and then the problem solves itself, or so I think. So I go over and then the receptionist, while I'm waiting in the lobby, says the doctor can see you now. And then I say, well, the problem solved itself, so I should probably leave. And they get kind of confused, and which makes sense. But either way, it worked out. And so I'm waiting in the lobby for around half an hour to an hour. And an American deployed soldier talks to me, and he tells me about this bus line that goes every hour, even past midnight, and that I should try to catch it to get back to the hotel. And I drink some water, and, well, what's funny is that the little water dispenser in the hospital lobby has a still option and a sparkling option. I take the still option because I think the carbonation is probably bad for me right now, and the still is still basically sparkling. So, typical Agonel. So, eventually I decided to take my chances with the buses and go outside to the hotel, outside the hospital to the bus stop, and I'm sort of, okay, if the bus doesn't show up, I'll just wait until 4:30 because it's summer and the sun will rise early, and then I'll just walk back. Yeah, it would be way too gross. Basically, okay, do you want to know? If you want to know, I can tell you. It's kind of gross. But, basically the big thing is that the ramen was so bad that the vegetable matter was not digested. It literally cut me up on the inside and formed a blockage. And, yeah, that was the problem that ended up getting solved. But, essentially, and that was the cause of the blood, too. That was the cause of the blood. I'm sorry if that was a bit gross, but it was the source of my pain and suffering. But essentially, I get back. What happens is that I walk outside to the bus stop, and as soon as I sit down, I get that. I get that. I don't know, I don't think they could really blackmail me with it, I was sick, and I've told you enough gross details already. But like I was saying, this late night taxi, which I can only assume works on a business model of showing up at the hospital to pick up people who have blacked out and woken up in the hospital, like that other guy who I talked about at the start of everything. And it's basically, yeah, exactly. It's basically a party taxi because it's covered in pictures of, dare I say, scantily clad women, which was a little uncomfortable. But I go in, and he rolls down the window, and I say, "Do you take MasterCard?" And he says, "Yes." And I say, "Did anyone call you?" And he said, "No." And I say, "Can you take him back to the hotel?" And he says, "Yes." And I feel like I've seen the face of God. And so I go back to the hotel. He drives me, and I give him my card, and he puts it in the slot. And at first it doesn't work. And I see my life flash before my eyes. I'm sort of, what am I going to do? And then he puts it in again, and it works, which was very good. No. I was so thankful to this man. And then some guys who we knew, probably friends of his, trying to go out to club, go in after me, and I get back to the hotel room. And then for about 4 more hours, it's just more blood. Well, 3 more hours, it's just more blood. I end up having to go from the hotel room bathroom to the lobby bathroom. I drink more rehydration solution. And then when I'm trying to go back to bed, I try to put my contacts into my case, and one misses the case, and I end up wearing just glasses for the rest of that tour, which was goofy because I don't like my glasses. And yeah, that was 2 more days. So I hate to say it, but that's basically the truth. It was severe agony throughout the entirety of my body. But, okay. So this is gonna be the goofiest team ever. This, if you haven't done this Abyss, this first chamber is basically the devil. So it's gonna have to work like this, actually. Yeah, no Xing Chao, but lots and lots of Bennett and Zhongling. Yeah, this chamber takes me forever. Yeah. Have you heard about how bad this Abyss is? This Abyss is hell. Like I said, it's the first Abyss in almost a year that I didn't 36 star. It was crazy. Okay, there we go. So let's see if I can go over and knock it out. Okay. Well, yeah, it is agonizing. Absolutely agonizing. Okay, let's see if we can. Okay, cool. Come on. Oh my goodness. That was not great. Okay. I'm gonna have to totally retry that then. That is not good. Okay. I forgot that I might need to redo Venti's artifacts to improve his energy recharge, but I've got Fav Codex on Mona so that I can get Venti's burst back up, because right now he is not. And to be fair, a lot of it is because Whopper Flowers are abnormally bad enemies for Particle Gen, but it's complicated. Okay, let's see. Okay, they're all in there. There we go, and we can get that down, and oh my goodness. That was not good. Okay. Now Diona can do this. Okay, and Venti has his burst back. So this should work. So it's all a matter of whether I can survive next chamber. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay. So this one will work. Yeah, see? It's all about just really tight Morgana rotations. It's a very, very painful chamber, and the next one is arguably worse, too. So, yeah. Okay, let's see if we can knock these guys out. Okay, there we go. Gotten pretty lucky with crits this time around, which is nice. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it is a painful Abyss. It's easily the worst that we've had in a while. Luckily, the next one will apparently be quite easy because Eula is not good and they need to get people to buy her. So we have that to look forward to. Okay. But you can see how silly this team comp is. Because the entire thing is just finding a way to get rid of both kinds of electors at once, and you can only do that if you have both Pyro and Nandro out. Yeah, the worst thing about this Abyss is that the second half, the only thing that can really go through the entire second half is a Virgin comp, which, well, Virgin comps are not particularly good, suffice it to say. So, okay, dodge that. Let's see if we can. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I believe Raiden can go over and knock these guys out. Oh my goodness. Okay, so these guys will also... Okay. So if we can... Oh my goodness. Okay, so if we can knock all these guys out at once. Okay, let's see if... Okay, Zhonglin can do it. That's good. Okay, cool. Okay, come on, come on. Okay. Okay, can I... Okay, oh my goodness. Okay, okay, I was not expecting that to work out like that. Okay, can I? Okay, there we go. Okay, it's just a matter of... Okay, like that. Okay, oh, but... Oh, right, because of the cooldown stuff. That cooldown stuff is not good. Okay, let's see if we can. Okay, cool. Okay, well, at least that's mostly gone. Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, this is not gonna work out because yep. Yeah, see? It's terrible. It's basically not doable. Unless you have a really strong Virgin comp. See? Yeah. Yep, I'm gonna have to retry that. Yeah, but that was the only comp I was ever able to really make work. But, okay. Let's try that again. I guess I can tell you about some more parts of tour now. Okay. So this one is actually quite short because I was so sick. So on Thursday, June the 8th, I was just resting all day. I had my roommate go and grab me some stuff for breakfast, a croissant, a bread roll, and a couple apples. One was fine, but the other was kind of obviously rotten, so I just didn't eat that one. And then I missed that night's performance, which was our last quote-unquote real performance, which sucked. But, well, sucked that I missed it. And then Friday, June 9th, I spent around €4 on French Lays, which, as in potato chips, which might have been a bad idea, probably because I was sick. And then I had one of the adults, well, older guys with us, gave me some orange juice to drink. And then that's when we got to Paris from Heidelberg, and they went on a cruise on the Seine, which I could not go on because I just needed to sleep. So that was more than a little disappointing. Yeah, the grease in that definitely did not help matters. Okay, let's see how we can make this work. But yeah, the main thing is that I hadn't knocked out all those lectors fast enough. Yeah, it was an absolute ordeal. I'll say that much. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. There we go. Okay, I think we can knock this one out like this. Okay, cool, there we go. Now Diona can get that out. On my burster off cooldown, and I can. Okay, sweep them all off at once. There we go. Okay. Come on. Okay. Come on. Oh, that one is not in a good state to be. Okay, cool. There we go. That works too. Okay. Oh, her E did not trigger sacrificial. That might be bad. That might kind of ruin things. Okay. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, cool. Luckily, they drop a lot of non-elemental particles, so it should be alright. Okay, that was a loss, because that last one did not take nearly enough damage. That sucked. Okay, so on Saturday, June 10th, I felt a little better. So I had actually gotten a bit of... I mixed up some cucumber and orange water from the Heidelberg Hotel at the start of Friday. I drank a little bit of it, and it tasted kind of putrid because I'd forgotten, and I drank only a tiny little bit of it before spitting the rest out and pouring the rest out, but it might have made things worse. And then, actually, after just resting that day, we actually went to dinner with an old alumnus of the university, which was pretty good, and the other guys staying while I slept. But I had... Okay, just a second. The other guys got way too drunk, and the bus ride back was very noisy, especially since it was not fun, especially since I was still kind of sick. And then on Sunday, June the 11th, I had some hotel breakfast, which was pretty good. And then I actually had to get to a performance venue, which was another church. Oh my goodness. Okay. A lot of times. At least 5. At least 5. Yeah, frankly, given all the blood when I got back to the university, back to the hotel when I said things had quote-unquote solved themselves, I probably should have actually gone to the hospital, but, you know, that's all under the bridge now. But as I was saying, I actually rode the metro to get to our venue, which was a church, but it was a lot of fun actually, because if you've seen the leaks, one of the gimmicks for the new area, the event limited area next event, is actually going to be a roller coaster, which makes me think that since Fontaine is sort of France and Britain, that we're going to get that kind of like how, believe me, if there is a next time, I'll be much more careful. At the very least, I'm never going to do any kind of group travel like that ever again, because a big reason I did so many risky things is because I was in a group, there was a lot of peer pressure, and it was my last time with that group. There's no way that anything like that I'm ever doing anything like that again. It was sort of a perfect storm of bad factors. But, yeah. Oh, 100%. Well, I'm no longer a college guy, so no more college guy tomfoolery for me. But, as I was saying, okay, let me... So much dust from the room. But, so, I think that kind of like how in Golden Apple, the Wave Rider was sort of a test run for the Wave Rider in Inazuma, that the roller coasters in the new area are sort of a test ride for a train or monorail or Paris Metro mechanic in Fontaine, which would be pretty cool if they did it right. But we sang a little, and then we had dinner at a place called Les Noces de Jeannette, which was kind of mid. I did not want to drink, but I ended up having to because we all had 2 glasses, and after one of the other guys poured some, and I was sort of like, okay, whatever. The waiter came and poured a cocktail in the other, and I was sort of, well, if I want water, I've got to drink at least one of these glasses, which was not fun. And so the cocktail was kind of a black currant liqueur and wine kind of thing, which was alright. Then we had a quiche Lorraine, and I had a beef bourguignon, which was honestly I got it because I thought it'd be bulkier and more substantial than the fish option, but it wasn't. It might have even been a bit smaller. And given that in a vacuum I actually like fish better, I felt like I had made a mistake. And then we got a little cake at the end, and then sang a little, and then went back home, and then I slept again, which hopefully was alright. And that was the last real day of tour. And if you'd like to hear about me getting back home, I'll do that in a minute. Oh my goodness. Now I feel stupid. I keep running right into that whopper flower. But I need to get on one side so they're all grouped up. Okay. Yeah. No, I'll tell you. Next time I fail a chamber and have a little bit of time at the start. I'm gonna try again real quick. Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay, come on. Okay, there we go. Got a couple more of these guys, and there we go. Okay. Okay. Let's get these last couple of... Yep. Using normals to trigger fab is better than just waiting like I used to, so... Okay, there we go, and go over to this side, and okay. Thankfully, no real time wasted without burst use, because I had to wait for the cooldown anyway. So let's go over and go like this, and freeze them all up. Okay, cool. shoot this last one. Oh my goodness, it keeps... Oh, what is up with that? Okay, well, at least this one will hopefully not be as bad, but who knows really. Okay, cool. Let's get there. There we go, oh my goodness. Okay, cool. Okay, there we go. Okay. Hopefully that should work. I don't need to use any heater this time. Okay, cool. Okay, like that. That works better, frankly. Okay, and then we can do it like this. Okay, cool. Okay, now if I do it like this, I can hopefully recharge everyone's burst. Okay, cool. So if I do it like this, I can do it like that. Oh my goodness. Okay, come on. Okay, cool. Okay, there we go, like that. Okay, I have to see if I can hit them all at once. Okay, oh, it's gonna be one of those again. Okay, cool. Okay, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Raiden died. Raiden died, and that's gonna mess things up. It's gonna seriously mess things up. Okay, cool. Oh, actually, no. Not really. Okay, come on. Okay. So now as long as I can... Okay. Okay. Okay, come on. Okay, come on, as long as I can... Okay, yeah, this will not work. Okay. Yeah, that chamber... This chamber is terrible. You will not believe how long it took me to make it work. But Monday and Tuesday were pretty uneventful, but on Monday, it was where we went back. I paid around 16.5 euros for a baguette sandwich and a fruit salad at the French airport Starbucks, which was pretty good. And I finally, after the plane ride, which was thoroughly uneventful apart from the fact that I drank 2 cans of Bloody Mary mix, I finally returned the books to the pre-med guy, the one who gave me the books and the Imodium. And then for dinner that night, I had some green sauce and chorizo chilaquiles, which were quite nice, from a Mexican takeout place. But I actually hadn't gotten home yet. Yeah, well, airplane food is bad. Airport food is okay. But I was staying with another guy from the choir, and with him and his parents, and they ordered some decent Mexican food. And then on Tuesday, June the 13th, there was a ticket, yeah, it's overpriced. There was a ticket mess up where my dad had actually bought me a ticket for a month later for July 13th instead of June 13th. So we had to get that fixed, but it worked out, and I paid around $11 for some spicy popcorn at the airport, which was pretty good, and I gave it to him when we got back, drank some kombucha, unpacked pretty much everything, did laundry, and I was back home. And that was a little under a week ago, and now I'm back here. And that was my tour. Yeah, and I still haven't entirely recovered yet, but at least I'm not dead, so... That's good. And now I'm here again, streaming for all of you. Well, I didn't leave early. I stayed for the entire month. Well, we stayed there for about 3 weeks, but... Okay, that got messed up somehow. Yeah. I will say, I very much did miss streaming while I was there. I missed all of my viewers, and I missed... Frankly, I'd like to say that I missed my viewers more than I missed my PC, because it is true. It's not that fun when you're alone. So, yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to drink a lot of water. I lost around 10 to 15 pounds, which is crazy to think about. It was not good. Yeah, I missed your bullying and your support. There were a lot of things I missed, so you can take heart in that. Your contributions were appreciated in some way or another. Yeah, it was, and to be fair, a lot of it was almost certainly water weight, but it was worrying. I was more than a little afraid the first time I stepped back on the scale. Because I hadn't had access to anything like that while I was on tour, so it's the first time I got any kind of indication on how much weight I might have lost. But, again, at least I'm not dead. I could have died, but I didn't, which is good. Hey, there we go. That rotation was pretty nice and clean, so there we go. Go over and... Yep, set up this freeze. There we go. There we go. Yeah, well, again, you know, you have to take the small victories. If you're close to death and don't die, you've won in your own kind of way. There we go. Let's see how much I can. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. That was... Oh, that juggle was not good. That juggle was not good. I did not want that juggle. Okay. Okay. Come on. Come on. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Well, I guess I'll have to try that again. Okay. Okay. Put on my side. Okay. Let's see how many of these I can group up. Okay, okay, well, that, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Well, that one's a wash too. Yeah. I don't plan on dying in dumb ways, at least not in real life. Either way, this... I don't like this trend of the first chamber in Abyss being the hardest. It makes things very, very annoying. Okay. At the very least, it means things are actually largely downhill from here, which is good. Well, I say that, but they're really not. So... Yeah. I'm doing my best, I'm doing my best. Yeah. Believe me, I'd never be able to forgive myself if I did not do my best. So... I will always go in. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I missed that. It sucked. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yep. Talking about dying in dumb ways in Abyss or real life, or... It's a little unclear right now. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. You knock it out like that. Okay, well, that may have not been great, but whatever. Okay. Okay, well, again, it's complicated, it's complicated. I didn't try to die. Well, that was a wash, even though I had good rotations at first, because I messed up, pressed the wrong key, and used gun burst when I did not mean to. This is so sad. Because it, oh my goodness, and I got hit by getting too close to the whopper flower again, and now I just feel stupid. Yeah. Last rotation, I was up in this abyss for up until it closed. I was trying to clear the last chamber until I literally was not able to try to do it anymore. I was committed and it didn't even work out for me. It was brutal. Well, it's... You know, maybe I'll have to use a Hu Tao team. Maybe I'll have to try Hu Tao Virgin for the sake of survivability or something. That might be what I need to do. If this doesn't work, I'm going to revise and try something else. Try a different strategy. Oh my goodness, that was... Okay, that sucked. That Whopper Flower dodged by jumping over my arrow. That's unacceptable. I won't stand for that. Okay, we're going for Hu Tao. We're going for this incredibly scuffed Hu Tao Virgin team that I tried to use to clear the last chamber. Okay, just a second. Let's see. No, it's so dumb. It's the absolute worst. At the very least, at least I won't have Zhongling tossing anybody or anything around, so... Let's go for this, and the Hida, and Shinchon Hutel. Okay. In this case, yeah, because at least I'll be getting Burgeons. Hopefully those should help things at least a little bit. And then I can... Yep, I gotta go for the Morgana team again for first half. Yeah, this Abyss is absolute agony. Well, it's not. Apparently, I'd be better off using Toma. But who knows, really. It's just... Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness. Oh, the reason I was even able to really clear it the first time was because they had a Blessing in the Abyss that increased attack. It's pretty lame. And maybe I could try the healing effect in this one to try to help Raiden and Zhongling survive, but I really don't know. Really don't know if that would work. Maybe I'll try that team again if I can make that work, but I really don't know. It could make the difference, literally, between life and death. Who knows? Okay, so there we go. There we go. Maybe. Hopefully. What should I say? Okay, there we go. Okay. So if I knock him out like this, I can hopefully get a little closer and oh my goodness. Why is that not working? Okay, that is incredibly stupid. Okay. Well, let's try again. Hopefully things will be able to work a little better, and I might even be able to trigger some hyper balloons or something. But nothing is guaranteed in this world. That's the only thing that's guaranteed in this world. Oh my goodness. The switch was on cooldown. The switch was on cooldown. This is so lame. Okay. There we go. There we go. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Let's see what I can do now. If one of them goes invisible, I will cry. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. Go over, shoot the other one. Okay. Okay, so that kind of worked. Hopefully I can make this happen. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Might have been a mistake. Okay. Okay. Come on. Okay. Okay, that actually worked out pretty okay. Okay. Okay, so if we go over here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This definitely won't work. Okay. Okay, come on. Okay, come on. Okay, come on. Come on. Okay. Okay, so, oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Come on. Okay. So if we do it like that, we can hopefully, oh right, I don't need Xingqiao anymore. Just need these guys. Okay, cool. Okay, so if we do it like that, hopefully I can, oh my goodness. Okay, oh, it won't work because, okay. I wasn't hitting both of these guys enough because I don't have any AoE. Don't have any AoE, so that's not working. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. See? I need AoE because I'm not knocking out those guys fast enough. Okay. That sucked. We're gonna have to try that Raiden team again. Oh my goodness. Or maybe I'll have to wait for that other Leyline Disorder to come back around. I certainly hope that isn't the case. But it might be the case, because I do think they do shuffle around from day to day. That would very much suck. Either way, we're going to try this kind of quasi-national team again. Sort of national with Nihida, I guess. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that works. In that case, I'm going to go for the healing effectiveness, because the energy recharge isn't doing much. so that I can basically sit in place and just use actual attacks, hopefully. Use, I don't know, use Raiden's charge attacks for their extra damage, maybe, something like that. I don't know. We'll see. They're really making me wish I had some higher Raiden constellations right now, and I don't like that. No, there's a reason I don't roll for constellations, and it's because it's kind of boring compared to rolling for new characters. It's nicer to have new tools than to just make your existing tools a little bit stronger. At least I'd say. I would say that. I would say that. It's a little complicated, but I do stand by that take. Okay, come on, come on. Come on. Okay, hopefully that should be it. Then I can knock over and knock these guys out. The rotations have been pretty decent so far. Not perfect, but yeah, again, it's complicated. Okay, cool. Come on. There we go. Okay, so catch Diana at the end of her rotation. Okay, go for the Ganyu. And there we go. Get that Venti up in there, and come on. This is the only chamber that matters. I can just go ham right here, right now. Come on. Okay. Yeah, I definitely should have gone for the double charge. I thought that single charge would have finished it off, but no dice, I guess. Whatever. Okay, come on. Okay, I wasn't close enough to get the electro charge to work, which was inadvisable, but oh well. Okay. Okay, can I? Okay, at least I can. Okay, well, whatever. It is what it is. At the very least, they'll have relatively similar. Okay. 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 Come on, come on, come on. Okay, if I... Well, that actually doesn't really make a difference. That is not great. Okay, so in that case, at least nobody died. So in that case, I can probably knock this over. Okay. Oh no! Because they all melted and vaporized because of the time window for using my burst. They did everything before I could trigger my burst. And I was so close to. Oh my goodness. That sucked. That really sucked. Because I think I might have been close to doing it, because I would have had Raiden. Pretty much everything was on my side. Very temporarily. Oh my goodness. We were so close to. So close, yet so far. This is so sad. So sad. Oh my goodness. Okay. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I got... How are things going with you? As of now, I've just been struggling in Abyss. And believe me, it has been an absolute struggle. Okay, come on. Okay, at least that worked. We'll see how this works out now. Okay, okay, okay. Come on, come on, come on. Very painful Abyss business, but what can you do? Okay. Hello, how are you doing? Long time no see. I'm alright, how are you? I still wouldn't say that I'm looking for a model upgrade right now, but sorry about that. Yeah. As you can see, I'm just doing Abyss right now. It's very simple stuff, really. Well, I say simple, but it's a little painful, frankly. Not even damage, it's just team comp, application. Either way, things aren't really working out as perfectly as I would have liked, so... Yeah. At the moment, people are enjoying watching me suffer, for better or worse. So yeah, hopefully things work out. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Hopefully I can Knock down this Whopper Flower before things go the hell and back. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Get all these primal constructs up in here and blow them up. Catch them in the big old tornado and hopefully make things work. Okay, cool. Come on. Okay, come on. Oh my goodness, why does it keep doing that? Is it out of range of Gani's burst or something? I really, really hope not, because that would absolutely suck. Would absolutely suck. Well, it is what it is. Either way, 20% energy recharge will not make much of a difference one way or the other, or any difference at all, so the healing effectiveness, which does make a pure 20% difference, is almost certainly my better decision in this case. So I'll do that. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, okay. Well, that worked, kind of, but I kept getting stuck in aiming mode. It's kind of weird that you can't switch out. It's gotta be some kind of spaghetti code business. Well, maybe I should dash over and actually catch the ER. It would probably help with actually knocking things out. A good time in the rotation. I don't know. Who can know the mind of Genshin? There we go, there we go, there we go. Sudebeki desu ne. Social boyo. Koregao desu. Okay. Oh, you can dash out of that. I didn't know you could dash out of that. It's pretty good. Come on. Come on. Okay, that really sucked. At the very least, I can kind of test next chamber to see how things work. But I really don't know. Really don't know. Okay, come on, come on. Come on. There we go, there we go, there we go. Now, for whatever reason, that one doesn't seem to have nearly the same kind or amount of issues. I wonder what's up with that. Well, either way, dash over, get both of these. Okay, there we go. Dash around. You know, I definitely don't need to do the dash around. Okay, well. Okay, so in that case. Okay, cool. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that is really not great. Well, okay. In that case. Okay. Okay, come on. Okay, okay, come on. Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, okay. Can afford to. Okay. Can definitely afford to. Okay, cool. So if I get over and knock this out, I can hopefully. Oh my goodness. Okay, come on. Okay, come on. What the actual? That was so close too. That actually briefly worked quite well. Now, all those overloads are causing more problems than they solve. Maybe Raiden might not be the best option. Raiden, the issue is that Kaza has basically no energy recharge. Oh, maybe that might. Okay, I feel a little devilish. Kaza might actually be the best option for this chamber. I don't know. Some Nihita Kaza action, something like that. We'll see. We'll try this one more time with this setup, and then I'll slot in Kaza and see if that makes things work. No guarantees, no guarantees. Who knows, really? Either way, I did try using a Quicken team, an Aggravate team with Touching, Baiju, Kaza, and Fischl on this chamber once, and it was alright, but it might have cleared things faster if I'd gotten the rotations down better, but I'm really not sure that's the thing. It's complicated. Okay, there we go. Genshin. Sokugenga. There we go. Let's switch over to Ganyu and see where things go. Okay. Come on. Okay, this timing interval has been really, really good. It's clearly just good luck with crits and stuff, but still, it's quite nice. Okay, cool. Okay, there we go. And yeah, it's definitely just not getting in gun reverse range, at least until it gets fully sucked, that's the thing. Okay, come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see how much time this takes. Okay. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, if I go over and... Okay, that was very, very nice. Just blew them all up. Just blew them all up. Okay, maybe... Okay, that might be the issue, actually. You know, maybe. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that probably was part of the issue. Okay, so if I go over and... What the... Oh my goodness! What was up with Nihita there? Okay. Come on. Okay. Well, alright. Okay, hopefully they all get caught up in here in this burst. Okay. Oh my goodness. That was really bad. Yeah, that sucked. We're gonna have to go with Kazu for this one, I think. Come on. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Gonna go for the standard. Well, I gotta switch out Sacrificial Sword from Xingjia to Kaza then. Where are you, Kaza? Okay, there you are. Come on. A little bit less EM, but hopefully this works. Okay. Oh, because there's no damage. That will truly be the rub. Okay. That'll suck. That will probably suck. Okay. Just gonna have to grin and bear it. Come on. Leona, Ganyu, Venti, Mona, and then for this one, I'll go with Nihita, Bennett, Xiongling, and then finally Kaza. Yeah, this first chamber is absolute dog water. It should not exist. And we'll go for that one. We will go with the energy recharge, because Kaza needs that energy recharge for sure. Okay, there we go. Come on. Oh, this is not great. Okay, so we'll see how much this works out. Yeah, this rotation is already more than a little scuffed. Not a good sign. Oh, that chamber, this chamber is a complete loss. I can't make that work. That sucked. Okay. Maybe, just maybe, I might not even need go for that full rotation. I might be able to actually go with Thrilling Tales. I'm not sure. Let's just try this and see if it works. No energy stuff, just straight rotation. Ganyu after Mona, just firing off shots. Okay. Okay, well, that may have caused an issue. I may have waited. Oh, yep, that energy recharge has helped things significantly. That is nice. Okay, if I'm smart like this, I can make things work to a significant degree. Okay, good. That energy recharge is seriously helping things. I just sort of making this. Okay, there we go. That was good. Okay, things are definitely getting cut a little close, but maybe a little too close for comfort, but okay, that was good. That was actually quite good. Okay, do that too. Okay, but that is actually not really needed. As I go. Minutes. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, well, it took about half the time. Hopefully, this should be able to make things work. Okay, let's see what happens when we go over and... Okay, come on. Okay, various people have gotten their burst back. Okay, cool. Okay, in that case, we're gonna go over and, oh my goodness. Okay, cool. Okay, come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, come on. Okay, hopefully this should work. Okay, come on. Okay. Here we go. Okay. I think this should have allowed me to sort of get my way through all this. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, I really... And I was very close too. Okay. Well, this has definitely verified for me that the approach is going to be Kaza stuff. Okay. Okay. See, we got very, very close. Oh, yep. See, we got very, very close. The issue is that, and the issue is that I don't even need to do his E-skill first because it's not even the constellation, it's Sack Sword. So, okay. So I don't need to do his E and then let it recharge via the burst. It's, okay. And to be fair, Sack is probably better than the Constellation anyway, because you need that much energy recharge anyway. Okay. Well, either way, we've actually got a setup that kind of works. So that's good. Hopefully this should work out for the rest of everything here. Well, you never know. Well, that didn't work just now, so... It is at least partially a matter of getting lucky with criticals too, so what can you say? What can you say? So complicated. So complicated. Either way, it'll be time for me to go and hopefully do the other floors soon. Okay. Okay. Nice. So now Diona can do that. Let's see Diona. Okay, there we go. Let's do the Becky just there. Nice. Nice. In there. Good. Oh, that just missed. Didn't even think about that. That was... Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. Yeah, I don't even know how that worked out. It was just a matter of not getting crit when... Should have get crit, or at the very least would have liked it to get crit. Either way, using Kaza helps a lot. The issue with me using Kaza is that I always try to use Iron Sting when you really want to be using Sack Sword, or at least Fa for the energy recharge, because he's very energy hungry. Even if you have this cons, he's very energy hungry because it's not really working in the same way, in the way you'd like it to. Okay. Oh my goodness. Maybe I might need to switch over to Thrilling Tales then if this energy recharge is enough, because it seems like it is. What it does tell me though also is that 20 additional energy recharge from substats would be enough for Venti, which means I really should go and try to sort of fix up Venti's artifacts so that I can actually use Thrilling Tales in Abyss, because it does help with damage. I don't blame you. You had a test. A view's a view. A view's a view. And hopefully, you should have a bit more energy now. Don't feel obligated to watch. Don't feel obligated to watch. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness, I can't even hit. It's just too messed up. Okay, I'm definitely gonna need to switch out. Since that energy recharge buff is enough, I gotta switch over. That's fair, that's fair. But at the same time, you should allow yourself to get rest. Not allowing myself to get rest was part of why... Okay, there we go. There we go. No remorse. No remorse now. But as I was saying, not allowing myself to get rest was part of why I got so sick. So... Okay, let's go over and try that team comp again. Now that the energy recharge should make things work. But we will see. We will indeed see. But I actually changed up my team comp pretty significantly. Change it up to a Kaza-based team comp, as you can see. It's actually quite fun. It was working quite well, especially with the energy recharge stuff, but then I died. And I missed everything. I missed the speed quick, even though I got really, really close. But yeah, it was basically a Kaza national. Because, yeah, Kaza is really, really good at breaking shields. But I don't use him nearly as much as I should for those purposes. And to be fair, you can only really do it if you have Kaza. Which not everyone does. You know, I do. I have Kaza. But I don't use him nearly as much as I should. Just because he's so energy hungry. It makes him kind of hard to use sometimes. But he is fun. He is definitely one of the more enjoyable characters to play that I have. Okay, let's see. Come on. Why is this not working? Come on. Okay, well, that worked out at least. And we're decently close enough to a normal time clear just because the attack buff has helped. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. Gotten a little closer to not hitting rotations and stuff, but it is what it is. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, there we go. Actually hit that with a... yeah, oh, okay. Oh! Oh, Kokum... Yeah, that's a good choice. I wouldn't call Wander amazing, but he's fun, and he's really good for Overworld. Out of all the characters I have, I'd say he's definitely the one I have the most fun with, just using him in Overworld. There we go, there we go. The best part is that works over for the burst. So that definitely... How much time do we have right now? Okay, it isn't crazy. Yeah, exactly. He's really, really, really good for exploring. Okay, there we go. So if I get it like this, I can go over here and use that burst. Okay, there we go. Cool. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, how the... Oh my goodness. That sucked. Okay. In that case... Okay, I think I know what I need to do. It's not use Kazu's burst on those Abyss Mages. It's to suction on the Lectors and get them all grouped. What? What is it? Is it just how unlucky I got back there? Or how strong my comp was? Or how much fun you had watching me suffer? Or... There's so many things you could be alluding to right now, and I'll never know unless you tell me. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I think that should help. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there was a lot of complicated feelings. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay. That won't be great, but okay. Oh, okay. In that case... Okay. That should help things a little. But Venti will have a bit of trouble getting his burst back at this time. Okay, well thankfully, shouldn't be much of an issue now. But yeah, in terms of actual mechanical skill this time, that I've needed for this abyss. It's been kind of crazy. In terms of just game understanding and just team comp building. Yeah. No, I would have actually kind of liked this abyss if I hadn't missed the 36-star last time. Because it is more than a little fun when things are this hard. Okay, I missed that. Okay, there we go. Yep, those big thrilling tails crits. And this should work. Okay. There we go. Okay, yosh, batsuda. Okay, cool. Kazuo. Okay, cool. Okay, cool, so this will start. Well, it's complicated. Because I actually only missed everything by a little bit, meaning I barely missed. I only missed 30, 40 primogens, so it really wasn't that bad. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, come on. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was really bad luck. That was awful luck. But yeah, I missed the 36-star, but I got 35. So I only lost 50 primogems, which is less than you get for dailies. So I'm really not all that mad. Well, I am mad because it's a status thing. It makes me sort of feel, you know, why do I put in so much effort to make my character strong? Build up everybody if I'm not going to be able to reliably 36-star Abyss with the team comps I have. Which, to be fair, I got very close. I barely didn't 36-star Abyss. But at the same time, it sucks. Okay, that was lame. That was lame. But, yeah. It was more of a status thing. I barely lost any primogems. In terms of actual harm to my rolls, my account, my characters, it was less than nothing. But I definitely did feel like my ego was a bit bruised after not being able to clear Abyss like I like to. You know, it's really, in the grand scheme of things, it's nothing. But I won't lie when I say I was a little annoyed about it, especially given that I stayed up pretty late to clear it, or to attempt to clear it. I actually was playing during Abyss Reset, which led to a very interesting experience where I got to see what happens when you clear a chamber as the day is ending, so to speak. Which is, once you clear it, it doesn't show the end screen, it switches over to your overworld team, and you're just stuck running around in the last chamber. It's really, really weird. It's very strange. Yeah, but in the end, it's not a big deal. And I think I'll actually get a very fast clear now. Faster than previous. Even if I don't do perfect play, I should be able to just knock things down like this. Here we go. Yeah, that was very good. That was very good. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, there we go. Knock over Zhongling, and see what happens when we get both of these guys. Okay, come on. Okay, and I've still got that pyro on me, so I can get over and knock these guys out. Okay, cool. Okay, come on, come on. Oh my goodness. Okay, at least the healing's good. Oh, why is Zhongling? Okay, there we go. So the energy recharge is good. Okay, there we go. There we go again. She did not move. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, that was actually really nice because it meant that I was able to... Okay. Okay, come on. Okay. Oh, that was more than awful. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's knock these guys over. Okay, come on. Okay. Okay. But these guys are... Okay, come on. Okay, let's see. Okay, yep, see? There we go. There we go. We finally got that chamber. Because Kazu's ability to break shields is absolutely ludicrous. So in that case, I'm gonna go and check and... I gotta switch my team comps around. Gonna abandon this challenge real quick. Because I need to move my sack sword off of Kazu and onto Xingqiao. Because Kazu no longer needs it and Xingqiao very much does. Well, in that case, I will go over and, yeah, for the next one, I'll be using this Geo team. There we go. There we go. And then just a simple Alhaitham Hyper Bloom for the next. Very, very simple stuff. Yep, because it's just going to be Jade Plume and then Thunder Manifestation, and this will make things easy. Very easy. And I don't need to get 36 stars on this now. It's a matter of simply KOing these guys. Cool. Okay, come on. Come on. Okay. Yep, and those resistances are all significantly down because of that. Okay, come on, come on. Get over here and die, die, die. Okay, come on. Okay. So, Wakanogi. Say. Konoken or Wakarukai. Okay, there we go. Come on. Okay, come on. Oh my goodness, where are you going? Where are you even going? Okay, come on. Come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, that was more or less alright. We'll see what happens when they get stuck here. Yeah. For better or worse, I would not describe any amount of Prima Gems less than 160 as a lot, because it's not even a roll. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Me, very bougie Genshin player. What can I say? Okay, cool. Okay, that rotation has definitely slowed down a bit. Okay, okay. Okay, cool. Yahoo. Okay. Okay. Oh, yep. We have everything just stuck. That is not amazing. Definitely less than preferable. No, it is nice that at the very least I can see things. Even if... Oh, wow, and I got stuck even... That's funny. Okay. Come on, where did you go? Just gonna... Okay, okay, okay. Okay, come on. This is needlessly complicated. Okay. Come on. Are you... Okay. There we go. There we go. Not a lot of vaporizes, but it worked. And yeah, definitely feel dumb for not using Kaza the first time around, because that was actually a pretty nice clear in the second part of the second chamber. I mean, second half of chamber 1. This is going to be absolute suffering. This is going to suck. So in that case, we will go over and I'll show you how things work out, which is that they don't, because the only way for me to really do things right now is to Shinabu, get rid of all this, which runs the risk of her dying. Well, it's complicated because her healing is great, so it's really just a matter of patience, because this takes way too long. Okay. Yep. Okay. There we go. Come on. Okay. There we go. And that guy gets knocked out. If you get over here, we can make things interesting for you. There we go. And we get this all knocked out, all squared away. And we can do this. Okay, cool. Who is going to die? Who wants to... Okay. Okay, come on. Okay, that was nice piece. And as you can see... Okay. Knocks that out. Oh, that was... Well, that sucked. Because now Nahita's dead, and I have to try that chamber all over again just to get them through. Oh my goodness. This takes so long because I don't have any Dendro or Electro on this team. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've already gotten through this chamber with 3 stars, but the team I use for that cannot 3-star the coming chambers, so I gotta go through with other teams and try to get them through. And oh, I never even thought about that, but if you've played and if you play Abyss, you're probably in tune with the recent trend of the first chamber often kind of being the hardest in some respects. And I was wondering why they would do that, because it doesn't make much sense. But if the entire point is making things difficult, then given that you've got to get through the first chamber to sort of ferry other characters through to later chambers that they're better suited for, it makes a lot of sense. It makes an uncomfortable amount of sense. Because just in terms of making things last forever, making the first chamber take forever with the teams you're using for everything else is a very good way to prolong things. A very good way to prolong things. That... I may have kind of cracked the code. I don't like that. It feels a little sussy on their end. It's... unethical might be a bit strong, but I'm not too fond of this behavior. Okay. Okay, let's see. Yep, and that actually worked out. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, and of course the sacrificial doesn't proc. Of course the sacrificial doesn't proc. That is so dumb. That is absolute suffering, absolute torment, absolute pain, and a lot of other bad things too. Really putting me through it on this one. Really putting me through it on this one. Okay, let's see. Can they even... No, they are triggering reactions, so it's just a matter of... Okay. So being patient and hitting these guys. Okay, come on, Albedo. Come on, Albedo. Come on. Hit him with those big criticals. Oh my goodness. Okay, whatever. Womp womp, womp womp. This is literally so sad. How could this happen? Can't believe it. How could you do this to me? Okay. Now that's over with. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, and the design actually went down before everything else. That's actually quite interesting. And that is actually interesting. Unfortunately, Cryo does not interact at all with Dendro. Wah, wah, wah. So sad. Oh, baby. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Come on. Okay. Come on. Yep, and Hydro will not do anything to Frozen Shields. Because, funny. Okay. Well, it is what it is. There we go. Hit him with normals, and... there we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. And if we do it like that... Oh my goodness. You are not going to kill me. Okay, there we go. Yeah, if they killed Shinobu, that would be kind of Leme Horsock. That would be unforgivable, inadmissible, unacceptable. Would not be able to deal with that. Oh my goodness. Okay, come on. Okay, I need to deal with my own healing. What? Oh, that was... Well, that sucked, but it was interesting at least. So lame. Okay, definitely got to go for the healing effect in this one then. I cannot afford to let Shinbu die. I need her for Chamber 2. That was not great. Yeah. You know, I went from easy clears, and it's definitely part of that is definitely the attack-related leyline disorder that I had last time. But you're kidding me! That stupid freaking pillar got in my way and screwed my clear. That sucked. That really sucked. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, at least I broke that shield before it could maybe make things bad, but really I doubt it would have made much of a difference either way. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You're making my life so much harder than it has to be. Okay. Well, whatever. Whatever. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Put it over here and... Come on. Oh, okay, well, this rotation is going to get more than a little scuff then. Come on. Come on. Okay. Come on. Yeah, this is just, frankly, absolute suffering, but, you know, it's what you sign up for to an extent. In that case, let's go over here and hit him with it. Come on, Albedo. Come on, Albedo. Do your thing. You can do it. I believe in you. I can be supportive too sometimes. Do you believe in me? I believe in you. Okay. Come on. Okay, come on. Oh. And he has gone invisible too. Well, it has gone invisible. These things do not have a gender, I assume. Okay. Well, it is what it is. At least they're not moving anymore. Small comfort, really. Okay. Well, whatever. Oh, that did nothing? Kind of? Okay. Come on. Oh, wow. You got hit and then died from the flower. Can't really complain. Well, in that case... Okay. In that case... Come on. Okay. Let's see how much it's actually done using these Thundergrass marks and these just ring hits. I'm sure it won't be all that much. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay, cool. Release that. Yes. Okay. I'm trying so hard to make things happen. It simply isn't working. Okay, there we go. Okay, come on. Okay. Come on. So if I go over here and knock this guy out. Oh my goodness. Okay, come on. So if I go over here, I can let her heal herself up while everyone else just wastes their time with various garbage. Okay, come on! You are being so unreasonable. Okay. Oh my, you are kidding me. Okay, come on. Okay, at least he's gone. Okay, come on. Okay, I'm just gonna have to hopefully not deal with Al-Haytham and stuff. That is my foremost wish. Okay, I'm gonna have to take advantage of these Thundergrass marks. And the fact that I've got hopefully a pretty decent healing bonus to keep me up. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, this has reached the level of absolute, just profound suffering. Okay, come on. Come on. Well, I can do this in 10 minutes. Hopefully. Luckily, I don't need it for much of anything, so I can just get all these superconducts down. Yeah, guys, wouldn't it be nice if things other than fire could do meaningful damage to frozen shields? I know, it'd be great. I would love it too. Unfortunately, that isn't the world we live in. Oh, absolute agony. Absolute suffering, pain. Nothing is good in this world. There's nothing good in this world. There's nothing pure in this world. There's nothing good in this world. Start again. Yeah. Gotta say, if I end up having to start again, actually start again, that song will take on an entirely new meaning. You know, if nothing else, I guess I'm kind of happy that this god-awful abyss is why I'm at home rather than school. Maybe. Maybe. I really can't say. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Come on. Come on. Okay. Okay. Have it your... Make like Burger King and have it your way, I guess. Oh my goodness. The AoE on those things is just too much. At least I can use that flash the time I dodge. Okay. Getting past this chamber with this team is definitely the hard part. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Well, okay. Definitely gonna clear this with no stars. Okay, has to flash twice. That's kind of goofy, honestly. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness, it was not timing those dodges right. Okay, come on. There we go! Finally cleared that chamber using Electro instead of Pyro. And now I'll be able to do this one with relative ease. Oh, that's actually good. That one is good. Okay. Come on, come on, come on. He's missing! He is absolutely missing. Okay. Have to get this one. Oh. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Gotta hit them with that virgin. Okay, Itarasha. Okay, there we go. Let's see what I can do with this. Psych. Oh, okay. Interesting, okay. Let's see what I can do like this. Luckily, that EM boost might help a little. Okay. Well, okay. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. So I've got 2 whole minutes to deal with this measly little thunder manifestation, which is a lot more than I need. Definitely do not need that much time. Oh, and the AoE on that is very good. Oh my... Okay, I forgot. Okay, I need to time that better. Forgot that Alhaitham literally had no HP. Womp womp. Oh well. This is literally so sad, guys. Oh my goodness, that... I keep forgetting that... Oh, the Terror Shroom will just destroy you if you get too close. Well, will destroy your bloom if you get too close. That is goofy and silly, and I do not like it. Well, okay. Oh, stupid me. Stupid me. I feel really stupid right now. Well, whatever. 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 Okay, there we go. In with the big falling rock. Even though that's... Oh my goodness! Oh! Need it. I should just put it behind me then. I should just put it behind me then. And yeah, Zhongli, single target situation where no one's getting frozen. It's definitely a DPS loss. Definitely a DPS loss. So I just shouldn't bother. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Okay, there we go. Well, maybe I'll hit here. Yeah, I've definitely been getting unlucky with crits this run around. That is not great. Oh, what? It completely whiffed. What was he even aiming at? What was he even aiming at? Oh my goodness. That was lame. Okay. Let's try that again. Straight down and... Saludo. Okay, that worked, I guess. No whiffs. No whiffs this time. Okay, cool. Okay, come on. There we go. And I was able to vaporize that, but didn't do much. Okay, let's see if that buff will help. That also actually helps space out the rotation, which is nice. Okay, cool. Come on. Okay. Push this down too. Yep. It's nothing for the way back. Don't need anything for the way back. There we go. Okay, cool. So now in that case, it's time for me to go over and make sure I don't die. Okay. Come on. Oh, Hatham, don't die. Okay. Social. Okay. Okay, there we go. Nice. Yeah, that was frankly crazy. Okay, let's see if we can... Yeah, either way, this chamber has been no issue whatsoever. Okay. 6-0. Okay, cool. Yep, and we just tanked with that. There we go. Nice. Yep, there we go, with a whole minute plus to spare. That team obliterates that boss. Just those constant spread reactions. The game was not initially balanced for anything that was able to get an actual... Goodness. Able to get an actual sort of pseudo-multiplying reaction on Thunder Manifestation. But this is where things kind of went to hell last time I did this. So you can see what goes on. It's not pretty. Okay. So I went with Raiden National for the first half last time, and it was goofy and silly. And now I'm going with Nahida Hutao. Oh, right, I forgot. I gotta use Zealon on this team. Here we go. Yeah, a Nahida Hutao team. It's very silly. But it's kind of a pseudo-Burgeon comp, so it might be the only thing I can really use to get rid of the Iniquitous Baptist, which was what really stopped me last time. Oh, there we go. There we go. So if I go over and... Okay. Hopefully this can deal with the Whopper Flowers. I frankly don't have much faith. There we go. So we just go over like this, and hopefully knock them all out. Okay, actually, that was not bad, but I had to... Saxeo. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Okay, nice. Okay, what am I even hitting right now? Either way, as long as I get done with this chamber one way or another, it doesn't matter how long it takes. So, yeah. We're just cruising right now. We're chilling. Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, nice. Zhongling has actually got her other stuff down too, which is nice. So it's just going to be a matter of knocking all these guys out and going over to the other side where the primal constructs are. This is more than a little inconvenient. I'll say that much. Okay, cool. Oh, wow. Oh, right, I forgot, because... Oh, that energy recharge will actually probably help things, but I might have actually wanted the healing bonus for the consecrated beasts, who are definitely going to be the worst part of this chamber. Come on. I don't know what it is, but she's not really hitting anything. Okay, come on. Okay, come on. If I just go over here and... Come on. Okay, there we go. Come on. Oh, right. Oh, Raiden has been taking a lot of hits. That is not... Okay, at least she didn't die, which could have happened and would have put this run to a very uneventful close. Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay, well... Okay, well... I'll have to figure that one out next chamber, but it is what it is. It won't be too bad. Okay, now it's a matter of figuring this out with Huta, which should be more painful than... Oh my goodness. Should be more trouble than actual struggle. Well, more just annoyance than actual struggle. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Well, it is what it is. Come on. Okay. Okay. And if we go over here, we can... Oh, I forgot about that guy. Oh, well. This is so sad. Oh, how sad. Oh, well. I can't believe you would do this. Okay. Come on, hit him with the big ol' rock, and everything will be okay. And it's actually quite nice that they have something you can actually petrify them. That's good. Come on. Okay, and oh nice, that virgin actually did quite a lot. That's good. So if I go over here and hopefully, oh my goodness. Hopefully that will help things. Yeah, less a matter of actual damage, and yeah, it's painful, that's for sure. Come on. Okay, that's good. Okay, come on. Wonder if I can actually proc burning on them. Almost certainly not. Yeah, I can't. It is what it is. Okay, let's see if we can. Okay. Oh, there we go. And that one's gone too. Good stuff. Okay. There we go, and that one's gone. It's a matter of dealing with the next chamber. Okay. Come on. Active this 4. See how much energy recharge helps compared to everything else. Cool. Okay. Oh, goodness. Trying so hard not to use Global right now, but it is what it is. Okay, so in that case, we can knock things out. Okay, goodbye, gentle explosion. It's nice to know you. Okay, there we go. Okay. And the energy recharge will actually decently increase Raiden's damage too. Hopefully. Oh my goodness. That was a bit much. That was a bit excessive, don't you think? Okay, there we go. This is like just-in-time planning. You know, the bane of all employees in this godforsaken world. Okay. Okay, cool. It's just a matter of getting done here. Come on, come on, come on. Just gonna knock this gun down in a standard kind of way. Okay. Okay. Come on. Actually timing my dodges quite well. I feel very proud of myself. There we go. There we go. Oh, and we got the virgin up. Come on. Come on. Make it happen. Okay, there we go. Now we can just take this guy down, and hopefully this might actually be the time where I clear this abyss. Who'd have thunk it? Okay. Let's see how this ends up working out. Okay. For the virgin come. Oh, the hyper bloom. Uh-oh. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Luckily, it just stays on it. That's good. More or less. Got it. Okay, well, this is complicated. Okay, come on. Oh, that shield is getting busted a little. Okay, come on. Come on. Virgin. Okay. You know, maybe I'll just go at it with Meteor or so. That might be the better idea, considering how much movement is being done. Oh, how sad. Given that I was able to do this with a minute to spare last time, I'm not exactly disappointed or angry. Okay, come on. Oh, it's going for the walls and the... Okay, that's novel. Okay, there we go. Come on. Nice! Okay, it's time for the final chamber. Okay. This is gonna be... Okay. This is the only one that really does anything at all, period, for me. So let's go over and try to knock these guys out by keeping them stun locked. Oh my goodness. Yep, because the way you have to do it is by keeping... What?! Well, if you die, it doesn't work. But the only way you can really do anything in this chamber is by keeping the enemies stun locked with right-in charge attacks. In burst. Which is something. Out of all the gameplay options, it's certainly one of them. Okay, that was a total botch. I really need to go the other way then. Okay. In that case... Well, that was a botch too. Because I didn't wait for my cooldowns, and cooldowns don't reset. This could be better. This could be more than a bit better. Okay. Okay. What? How did she die? Okay, that healing bonus might have been the move. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Well, alright. Okay. Okay, well, I need to get lucky with grouping. I'm not really good at that one. Just a second, I'll be back. I was looking for tissues, and it turns out that nobody has tissues anymore. Huh. Well, let's see if this groups them up better. Oh, okay. Well, that sucked. That really sucked. Okay. Whatever. Whatever. We're gonna keep trying and keep failing and hopefully eventually succeed by clearing this chamber. Okay. Okay. So if they group up, if they're on accord, it's the only way I can do anything. What the hell? Oh my goodness. Okay. Try again. Oh, the reason the audio wasn't working was because... Oh my goodness, now I feel very stupid. I turned off my microphone temporarily to mute because I had to go to the bathroom and I forgot to turn it back on. Sorry about that. Yeah, thank you for popping in. Yeah, sorry I didn't see that, but... I hope you sleep well. Don't blame yourself for being tired. For some reason, the chat widget is not working. Come on. That is stupid. It's showing on the chat box, but it's not showing elsewhere, which is kind of lame. It is what it is. Well, whatever. This sucks. Yeah. I guess refreshing chat is a bad idea. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and they can push you too. What is up with that? What? So dumb. Yeah, the burning, they can proc burning on you if you use Bennett. It's just so awful. How is this acceptable? Well, it's not. It's not acceptable. Okay, well, whatever. What? You've got to be kidding. Okay, come on. What? Dear Lord. It sucked. That has got to be some of the absolute... Just... What is it? What do I have to do to manipulate the AI to get it to not suck? Okay. Maybe it's good on one side? Oh, well, that had promise. It had promise. The main thing was preventing it from using that annoying swimming attack. And that seemed to kind of do the trick. So, let's see. Okay. Okay, cool. What? Dear God. They're just not staying anywhere close to each other. I feel like I might have to go through with an actual Kaze-based team. Maybe just Raiden National with no Yeon and just Bennett, Zhongling, and Kaze. I wouldn't hate that, but it's not the team comp I'd like to be running. So, well, that's a complete and utter wash. If that swim attack procs, I'm done for. I don't have any counterplay for that, because it's not really dodgeable, and it pushes me out of my burst. How did I manage to get it to work the other time? I don't even know. That's the worst part, is that it's a complete and utter wash. Okay. Somehow they got on top of each other, and that was actually... What? What the hell? Oh, the reason I was able to survive was because of the elemental resistance. Elemental resistance one. Which is not an option right now. That is sad. Okay, cool. Let's see. What the... You've got to be freaking kidding. There seems to be basically nothing I can do on this floor. God. It's just... sucks. This... absolute most just garbage abyss. You've got to be kidding. Okay, let's see if... Okay, cool. Okay, alright. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, whatever. Okay. Well, alright. Okay, well... You've gotten... How? The timing was just... They're out of sync and... that was... the worst. Absolute worst. I might have to come back with a coaching team or something. That might be what I have to do. It really does seem like they're trying to push aggravate counts right now right here. Which, whatever. I can't do anything about that. How am I? I'm missing every single one of my attacks. Okay. Whatever. That was actually atrocious. Okay. The frames of their attacks are just ridiculous. God damn. You have got to be kidding me. Yeah, it really does seem like the only way I'll be able to do that was Baiju and... Okay. Hopefully this works. I really have low hopes at best. Okay. Well. Okay. 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 Alright. Oh, Zhongling is dead. I did not see that and did not know that. That sucks. Oh, at least she has her burst back. It'd suck if you had to wait again just because some characters died. Okay, well, whatever. Well, okay, didn't expect that. Whatever. You have got to be kidding me. What on God's green earth? Well, I'm dying and I'm not having fun, so I was not able to live up to your final wish. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's see how far things get. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool. Cool. Come on. Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. Okay. Let's make talking. Okay, come on. Okay. Okay, hopefully that makes things a little more manageable. Okay, cool. Come on. Okay, cool. Cool. I guess. Okay, cool. Okay, come on. Okay, come on. Okay, let's see if I can... I have under a minute to do this part. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, I got very close actually, which was the worst part. Oh, we were only 15 seconds away. 15 seconds away. Oh my goodness. Well, 8 stars for now. I feel like I have to go back and try again at another date. Maybe on another stream. I've got 2 weeks. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was unpleasantly unsuccessful, so to speak. Very least, I technically did what I set out to do. Very least, I didn't do any worse than I did last time. Oh, goodness. This means I should level up Baiju and... For now, it's Yunjin, but yeah. Kazu needs more energy recharge. I guess so does Baiju. Oh my goodness. This is just pain and suffering. Pain and suffering. Pain and suffering. At the very least, Yunjin works. She does her job. Her team damage is not nearly as good as... the damage of her team is not nearly as good as the Hutao team, but it's just for comfort, so... Oh, Baiju, oh, Baiju. How many violet grass do I have to go and grab for you? Oh, no. Yeah. Utter suffering, honestly. Ah. Why are these things so complicated? Why are these things so complicated? Well, actually, when does this abyss end? If it ends... Okay. Let's see. How much more time do we got? Okay. 11 days, 5 hours. Oh, well, in that case, I won't be able to do it. Oh, I'm stupid. Of course it ends at the end of the month. I was hoping to be able to get C6 Official and hopefully make that buff up the Aggravate team I was using, but unfortunately it does not seem to be possible. Womp 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 womp. This is very sad. Oh well. Well, in that case, I guess I'll condense a bit more resin to get a few more trash artifacts. It is what it is, I guess. Oh my goodness. Well, once yeah. That's really about it. There isn't really much more interesting to do. I tried so hard, but in the end it didn't even matter. Because I wasn't able to beat Abyss on time. Wah wah. But either way, thank you everyone who came and watched, and yeah, sayonara again.